Hey, Wolves Den and JJ, I'm going to make you guys moderators so that you can check out other people's channels whenever they come up. Let me get my banner going. Hey, Cecilia. Welcome in. Appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Steve is back. All right. I am going to trying to hey, living in, man. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Where am I here? There you go. I'm going to invite paste. There's the link if anyone wants to come up. Ted, Daniel, you can come up if you want. Trying to get everything organized here. Got a sticker from Big Skip today in the mail. Daniel, come on up on panel and tell me how to catch a walleye. I want to go troll for walleye on Saturday. I've never caught a walleye in my life. But I don't know if I'll have my boat back by then either, so. Caliber, you made it in tonight. Appreciate that. You can come up on panel too if you want. I got the link pinned at the top of the chat, so if you guys would like to come in, chat for a while. All right, Daniel. Sounds like a plan. Caliber, are you working tonight or are you off work for once? Let's see here. All right. Ted, that'll work. Trying to make it a little bit lighter in here. I have the sun in my eyes here shortly. Any of you guys fishing over the weekend, or you had too busy for Easter, all that stuff? Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Caliber. I know Steve hasn't been fishing. He's got snow there in Wyoming. At least I think he does. I'm going to open this sticker package here from Big Skip. If I remember right, he had some pretty nice stickers. Your snow is finally starting to melt. That's good. Sent me 2 of them. Pretty nice stickers. We've got 2 nights at Great Wolf, then we'll do some fishing this weekend. That's cool. You got one from him today? You just get one, Steve? Or do you get 2? The Arkansas Trapper. Welcome in. I appreciate that, Arkansas Trapper. I'm going to make you a mod in here so that you can go interact with all these other channels. I don't usually make people mods the first time they pop up in my channel, but I've seen you in the Iowa Trappers and places like that. Steven Sheets, welcome in. You're back down to 100 and I need more subscribers. There you go. Yep. Okay, Steven Sheets needs more subscribers. Gray Wolf, welcome in. Gray Wolf, you are not a mod. I thought I made you a mod last time. Must not have, but you are now. You guys can share each other's links, or if there's other channels that are not on here that you would like to share out, feel free to do that as well. I don't mind that at all. I got this board just about full. Get it up here closer so you can read them. You can barely read the Boring Fisherman's, but that is the Boring Fisherman's. Everybody else, I think you can read. But I have this other board back here that I can fill up to. Hey, Hooga Homestead, welcome in. So if any of you guys have decals, stickers, whatever, and would like me to show them off in my lives, and whoever sends one gets a shout out of their own. When I get them to put them on the board, I do a shout out short. So, hey Tina, welcome in. Here in a little bit, Daniel from Living in Man Outdoors said he'd come up and tell me how to go catch a walleye. Old school Hawking. I'll go get him right now. He's at 990. We should easy be able to get him up over 1,000, you would think. He's 9 away from it now. Hey, BTW. I did have a lovely weekend. Thanks for coming in here. BTW, if you don't have him Go check him out. He has some tanks, fish tanks. Old school Arkansas Trapper just got him. That's good. There's people picking each other up in here. That's good. Steven Sheets is just over 100 or right at 100. So if you could pick him up and get him up over a little bit. Old school Hawkins, 994. I'm going to try to remember to go back and pick him up with my other channels. That will only help him with the number. Gray Wolf just hit 200. Steve, are you at 100 yet? Steve from Wyoming? You got to be getting close to 100. You hang out with me, you'll get to 100. Dark 30 Outdoors, that's another great channel. Great channel. If you guys can, if you have the community page, I'd appreciate you sharing this out. Get as many people in here as we can. There's 11 right now, is what I'm showing. Steve says LOL. I know better than that. You're up at 360 or so. I could drop the Iowa Trappers link in here. He has a great channel. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's just Iowa Trapper, actually. Yeah. There he is. Arkansas Trapper, is that your link? Caliber, I'm trying. If I get my boat back by this weekend, I'm going to go out and try to troll for walleye. And I've never done that in my life, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I said if I can get Daniel from Living in Man Outdoors up here to tell me how. I'm sure he's done it before. It's a huge thing up in the north. But there he is. There's the wise guy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
So tell me how to catch a walleye.
Well, early on, like right now, they should be up fairly shallow because I would imagine they're either just getting done spawning where you're at or maybe still spawning. But this time of year, I like to use like a jig in a minnow or jig in a paddle tail plastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I would tend to think they're probably anywhere from 4 to 14 feet of water.
Got you.
Yep. Yep. If they're still
Welcome in,
spawning,
Jake.
probably 4 to 8 feet, and if they're just getting done spawning, probably 8 to 14 feet.
I have no idea, but what they're doing around here. But I just found out that they're in a lake about an hour, or maybe even a little less than an hour from me, and I didn't even know they were that close. So
Okay.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I also have a guy going with me. I think you've met Eric the Fish Nerd. Do you remember him? He was on one of my lives I don't know, 6 months ago or so, for just a little
Okay.
bit. He doesn't get into the whole community thing much. He kind of does his own thing.
Okay.
Because he's
Gotcha.
busy with work a lot of the time. But
Yeah.
he's,
Yep.
he's the manager of a trout fish hatchery up on one of the rivers
Cool.
here. So
Cool.
good guy to know if you're a trout fisher, because you can tell where they're stocking them.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I got some off the hook plastic paddle tails, the ones I was
Yeah.
using for bass fishing the other day. I think those would probably work all right.
Oh, for sure.
Do you use a big hook, like a bass hook or something like that, or?
I usually just use like a quarter or a half ounce, just regular ball head jig.
Got you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear that gray wolf. I hear they're good eating. I don't know that I've ever eaten any either. So I'll definitely do a catch and cook if I get some.
Oh, for sure.
But you guys still fishing every day?
No, we haven't been fishing in probably a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
The ice in our area just went off this past week. Up north, they're still ice fishing, and down here, we're just starting to get ready to bring the boat out. So,
Oh yeah. Skinner
Yep.
Farms, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to be patient for my boat to get back. I went out Saturday out to the jetty and beach. Did another trip trying to catch surf perch, and then went on the jetty. And that's another skunk one coming up, but that's
okay.
I think those kind of fisheries, you kind of just have to put your time in and figure it out.
Yeah.
They're either there or they're not there, and
Yep.
either that or you got to find the holes along the jetty where they hang out, and then you can't. I mean, it's kind of like a lake. You got to figure out where the fish are in a lake too. So
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's why they call it fishing and not catching.
got that right. I did have a crab messing with my herring out there on the jetty though.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a fish, and I tried to set the hook, and I had a spinning reel, and the line was to where when I jerked, it just opened up the bail, so it didn't do anything. And then I reeled down again, and the rod was still just slowly going down. That's why I think it was a crab. But
Gotcha.
I pulled it in, and the belly of the herring was ripped open, so I know there was something messing with it. But, and that also up in that lake where the walleye are, there's also crappie up in there, so I can go catch them too.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Mr.
Yeah,
Lawrence.
In Minnesota right now, most of our sport fish are closed until May 14th.
Oh, gotcha.
So right now we can basically only fish for crappies, bluegill, perch, catfish. But like walleye, bass, pike, musky, those are all closed for quite a while yet.
Yeah. Walleye is free for all here. There's no limit.
Wow.
They eat salmon eggs, so everybody wants to get rid of them.
I suppose.
So
I
no
suppose.
bag limit. You can catch all you want.
Nice. And they're good eating.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
there's my brother moved out. He used to live here in Oregon, then he moved back to Michigan for a few years. Just recently moved back out to north central Oregon, up close to the Columbia there. He said he was getting clear aggravated. He's like, there's guys out here that fish for walleye and just bonk them over the head and throw them back in because they're eating the salmon eggs. People hate them. He's like, they're good eating. He said, why would you do that? But
yeah, at least give them to somebody if you don't want them yourself.
Well, exactly. But
yeah,
that is kind of dumb. I mean,
I hate seeing people wasting good food like that.
Yeah,
somebody could really use that.
Right. And they'd be happy for it. I mean, and it's not that hard to get rid of it. You just, I mean, you don't have to clean it or anything. Just take it to them, and they'd be glad to clean it too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's not like you're trying to give somebody a big ugly carp. You're giving them a high quality fish if you're giving them a walleye.
Lauren, I'll take you sometime if I ever figure out how to do it. Lauren said he wants to go after walleye now.
Yeah.
He lives he's gone new hunting with me a couple times.
Okay.
But
yeah, like early in the spring and then late in the fall, they tend to like minnows better. And then in the summer here, we use a lot of leeches. That's kind of like a good drug to a walleye is a nice juicy leech.
So Sparrow Park Road, just north of Reedsport. Get on the beach and go north for perch. The road is a smidgen rough. Matt, have you gone? I did say hi to you, Jacob. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, I'm not sure where that is, but I'm sure I could look it up, Matt. Actually, south of Newport. Okay, or Reedsport. Okay. Hey, Tyler, welcome in. Jacob is my brother. That's why he can talk to me like that. Anyway, can you see the chat at all?
I can't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, they're talking about Matt was telling me where I can go for surf perch. Freezer Bound, welcome in. He says hey to you too. There in that lake up there where the walleye are, there's smallmouth bass and I think probably bullhead and crappie and I don't know what all's up there, but KC Fish Page, welcome in.
Yeah, smallmouth bass is something that I'm going to work on getting a lot better at fishing this summer.
Well, they're easier than largemouth if you have a bunch of them around at least. I mean, they're more aggressive than largemouth.
Yeah, but, and I live by one of the top smallmouth lakes in the world.
Yeah.
So if I can get figured out a little bit, that would be a blast.
Yeah. No, I went down to the Umpqua River looking for shad last year. It was the first trip I ever took down there. Fished for shad until it was just about dark, and there was a backwater. We were walking out past this backwater, and I just threw my whopper plopper on, and casted it out there. It was just glass smooth, no wind, just glass smooth. And the first cast, I caught probably a 17-inch smallmouth, and
Nice.
I didn't think anything of it. It's it's a decent little bass, but I figured there was a lot better ones in there. And the guy I worked with was with me, and he's like, "Man, I think you just blew my record out of the water." Yeah, whatever. And I threw it back and went on fishing. And the more I see these people catching smallmouth, that thing was a tank.
Yeah, that's a decent size smallmouth.
Anyway, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Freezer Bound's not a mod. I have to make him a mod. I try to make everybody a mod in here so they can go check everybody out. It's easier that way for everybody if they can just click on each other's links or icons, whatever, and go to their channel. Yeah, I know the Umpqua is loaded with them, Matt. That's why, I mean, I would like to do a float trip on that, on the Umpqua and go 4 smallmouth bass. But our shad seasons, or we don't have a season for them, but the shad run will be up in the river here in another couple weeks.
Okay.
So 6.65 pounds. Steve said that's his personal best smallmouth.
That's a good size smallmouth.
I don't think that one was anywhere close to 6 pounds, but hey,
yeah, you'd be somewhere between like 20 and 22 inches.
Yeah, I'd say
that big of a bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll see if I can show the picture of it. I got it here on my phone. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's up here a ways, but I should show you some pictures of my boat too. There. It's waiting on the paint shop now.
Okay.
So they're just about done with it. He told me today that he thinks it'll probably be this weekend sometime that I get it. That's why I'm hoping to go out for walleye. But
in what kind of a boat is that?
Wildcraft.
Okay.
Trying to decide. I got to figure out where in history I went for those things. I had so many pictures on my phone. I don't think it was back that far. So have y'all been turkey hunting, Daniel?
We have not. Our season opened up, I think, like 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if Rachel's going to go out and turkey hunt this year or not. So Cody from After 5 had talked about us maybe coming up there, and if that's the case, maybe we'll turkey hunt. But otherwise, we're gonna try and just do a bunch of fishing.
Gotcha. Okay, I found the picture. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
Fat one.
For sure.
Now let me show you the boat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's going to be real nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's getting painted right now, huh?
Well, tomorrow it'll go in. I think it's going in either tomorrow or the next day for paint. They have their own paint shop.
Okay.
But they have another boat in there that I think they said he was painting it today, going to clear coat it tomorrow, I think is what it was. And then mine goes in after that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Modog. You can start. I'm here. All right. How about that? All right, Arkansas Trapper. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Oh, wait. You said checking out everyone. I thought you said you're checking out. Never mind. Steve said, Earl, you're like a father and a new baby with that boat. Well, it's been in there long enough. It's almost been 9 months since the thing got in there.
Wow.
No, it isn't that long. It went in the end of January.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Carter's Custom Lures, welcome in. It was the 22nd or 3rd of January. I took it in there. Drew Channel, welcome in. But yeah, and Dirt Bike Guy. About to miss some people here. Coming in so fast. So what else you got coming down through the pipeline for the summer?
Well, we're working on planning some of our bigger fishing trips. We're going to go up to Lake Superior the end of June into July. We're going to fish for trout and salmon up there. In the middle of June, we got a big fishing trip. We'll be camping for 9 days and fishing every one of those as long as the weather allows. And fishing opener, that's on May 14th, so we'll be out for that.
Yeah.
There's a little stock pond where the DNR raise walleyes, not too far from my house. And you got to hike like a mile back into it, but I'm thinking about dragging a kayak in there and fishing that on open.
Yeah,
so
that'd be fun. Did you see my video where I was caught those 13 bass off the kayak in that one afternoon?
Is that was that from the video that you filmed during the live stream?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That was a fun day. And that's the most I've ever caught in that stretch in one day. I mean, they were just biting. That was a good one.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I got in with Steve from Wyoming and a bunch of his friends, or I say a bunch of his friends. Steve from Wyoming, Matt R. that's in here, and Ed or Lawrence Martin. He comes into my life sometimes, but Ed and Lawrence are the same guy. And so this year they're going to get me on some halibut and tuna is what they're saying.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. He's got to go eat his supper.
See you later, Steve.
Carter's Custom Lures is at 57. Let's get them to 100. Absolutely. We can do that here tonight. Easy with 12 people in here.
Maybe get them to 70.
I'm not as big of a channel as what living him in is he could get them up to 100 no problem.
Oh,
You
I don't
guys
know.
grew like crazy fast.
Yeah. From December to the beginning of March, things went really well, but it's slowing down now that ice is gone and we're kind of in between seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What are you up to by now?
we're at 2,800.
Oh, okay. I thought you were a little higher than that, but
No.
that's still 1,800 more than you had.
Yeah.
About. I mean, you just hit 1,000 right at the first year, didn't you?
Yeah, I think like at the beginning of November we hit 1,000.
Oh, okay.
And then we were at like 2,750 by the beginning of March.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Matt, I'm not sure if you were in on the tuna thing or not, but maybe you are now. I still got. I think I sent your last sticker that I won. I don't know if it was the last one of yours. Yeah, I think it was. Sent that one to Ace Catfishing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he wanted one. I told him, I said, I got an extra one. I'll just send it to you. So that was the friend that got yours.
I was out of stickers for a long time, but I finally got a few back in.
You know the people that made my banner for my boat that has the YouTube symbol and the reef robber on it. I asked them the other day if they make stickers. They're like, yeah, we could do that. And I said, how much? I had one with me. They went back and looked and they came back and it's like, I think around $1.39 a piece. But they'd be gloss finish. I said, well, and they were like, well, if you get like 100 at a time, it'll be cheaper than that because they can use a whole page or whatever.
Yep.
I said, well, yeah, I usually get 50 or 100 at a time, whatever. They never did say how much it'd be then, but I suppose it would be competitive compared to about the same price as what I'm getting them, where I'm getting them. And I could go order them when I wanted to and pick them up as soon as they're done. Yeah, it's just 20 miles up the road. So
yeah, yep, yeah. We get our stickers printed 2 blocks from our house.
Oh yeah,
so it's really nice.
I've been using a company out of California, and they ship them for free, and they're decent price and they're really good quality. I like the stickers, but
nice.
Have you seen mine that's in the shape of Oregon?
I don't think so.
I need to get some bigger ones. These are just 3.5 or something, but
oh yeah, that's cool.
It's about like the other one as far as the bottom section of it, but
yep.
Dirt bike guy says he's hoping to get to 100 by the end of the you'll get to 100 before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Especially if you stick in the live community, you'll get there.
Yep. Yeah, it starts off slow, but it gradually picks up. So just keep posting content and you'll keep growing.
Caliber says he got his on the ramp closed sign.
What's up? Hey, what's up? What's up, Daniel? How are you, bud?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, real good.
Daniel, you and Rachel and the girls need to come see me some summer, some fall.
Yeah,
when we can go out and chase coho.
for sure.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
And then we could throw crab pots out at the same time, and you could have salmon and crab.
Hey, Grey Wolf, how are you? Raven Cat,
Nice.
Carter's Custom.
Yeah, that'd be a blast.
Fishing with Mo-Dog. What's up? So, Daniel,
So-
you gave me the invite this morning, buddy. I would love to get up there with you.
Yeah, anytime.
It's a little far for me.
Don't
but
say
it would have
anything to Mo-Dog, Ted, because he might actually think he is somebody then.
Say that again.
I said, don't say anything to Mo-Dog because he might actually think he's maybe somebody then.
Okay. He's in here.
I know he's in here.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Don't say anything to him because he might think he's actually somebody then.
All right. So I shouldn't have said hi, Mo-Dog. But yeah, I'd love to get up there with you guys, man. It'd be fun.
Anytime you want, we got a free place for you to stay.
Yeah, I would have to definitely plan that ahead of time. So that'll be something that I would look forward to, though. So I am gonna keep you up on that one, Daniel. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Mo-Dog said, "Oh no, I'm nobody."
Yeah.
So were you guys? I missed the walleye talk.
I'm gonna use your swim baits, your paddle tails. He said that should work this time of year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm
Cast
trying
it
to-
out, let it sink to the bottom, and just kind of slowly bounce it off the bottom back to the boat.
Cool.
Hang on.
I'm
I
gonna.
only have a couple more of those. I gave most of them to my neighbor.
Daniel, I'll send you some of those white ones that we were talking about. I'm gonna just do it to do it. So I'm just gonna send you a pack or two of those white paddle tails that you wanted. Remember we were talking about it earlier this season. I'll send you a couple up. That'll be on me. I'll send you some to get them. See how they work for you. You can let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Hey, another thing I was gonna say to you, Daniel.
Yeah.
578 beta. Hi.
I use your code for my waders,
Yeah.
and everything worked except the code. I got my waders, but I never got 15% off, and you never got anything for it. I don't guess. I mean, maybe you did.
Yeah, that's odd because we used that code the night before you ordered your waders and it worked for us.
Well, the other thing is that thing was glitchy as glitchy could be when I was on it. And maybe it was just my phone too. I don't know.
Okay.
But I got the waders. I mean, I've used them already. So
Yeah, what do you think of them?
at first I was scared they were going to be too small. The boots felt real tight, but
Yep.
I went out and used them, and they're great. I mean, they loosened up just a little bit, which I thought maybe they would, but I was a little scared they wouldn't because they're rubber. But
Yep.
no, they work great.
Is that them?
good.
Is that the Tidewee ones that you're affiliated with?
Yeah.
Tidewee makes some really nice stuff. I have a couple buddies that have that kind of. They have a lot of gear from them and like hunting stuff from Tidewee, and it's really good quality stuff. Like for waterproof jackets and hunting. I don't have any myself, but I have a couple buddies that have purchased the Tidewee, and it's pretty good stuff from what I've seen. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we just got some rain suits from them, and we really like it so far.
Yeah, cool. Do they sell? Do they have cold weather gear too, like for ice fishing for you guys, Daniel?
Yeah. Yep. So this winter, I wore their heated bibs. So it takes like a portable power bank. You plug them in, and then it's heated in the chest and in the back.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying you were wearing them in your ice fishing videos. Yeah, you did. Have something heated. So that was made by Tidewee. Then you got it from Tidewee.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then Rachel wears their insulated boots.
I am, Carter. I am on my lunch break right now. I take it late just so I can support Earl.
Nice.
He's in his jail cell.
I'm in my jail cell. Yes, basically, I'm in my jail cell till 11:30. So I take my lunch hour right now so I can be on to see Earl because that's what friends do for each other. But I haven't seen Earl in any of my lives lately, so
You're right.
I'm just being the better person and coming up here and making sacrifices like a friend would do, and that's why I'm here to support my
You're
buddy
doing it.
Reef
You're
Robin.
doing it the Bible way.
Is that good?
You're doing it the Bible way. You're returning good for evil.
Hey,
Yeah,
I just want to point out that I'm in both of your live streams today. So
yes, you are, and I appreciate that.
When's the last time you were in one of mine, though?
Well, I mean, usually I come into your live streams, but I haven't been up on panel in a long time.
Yeah,
Daniel, you ain't got to explain to him anything. Don't even answer the question.
Yeah, well, the problem is the time that he goes live, it's usually like bedtime here, so I'm usually in my boxers by the time he goes live. And
yep, yeah, you know, late here too.
You know what I always tell people though, Daniel? I tell them that you guys grew so fast that you got a big head and you just can't hang out with us anymore.
Yeah.
Well, half of that is true. They did grow really fast.
They did. I know that.
Yeah, they're still.
See, I
appreciate them.
I used to be a bigger channel than they did, but at the same time, I knew that they were going to get bigger than I was because they put out a lot better content than I do. So,
I don't know about that.
It is. It's still. Rachel does a good job at editing, and I don't have that level of skill. And plus, you guys do a wider variety of stuff, I think. Which
and we're actually shrinking that down now, and it's going to be mainly just fishing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're going to be using that box of stuff on my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Then hopefully you'll be able to use some of that here soon. I'm anxious to see what you catch on some stuff. You know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. We're just starting to get the boat ready. I got to get the hummingbird mounted. And then we're going to be hitting the water really soon.
Cool.
And I've used a ton of the fishing line already that you sent me, but I'm excited to use some Rapalas and some of them other soft plastics. And I think one of them was like a topwater spider even.
Yeah. Hey, Earl, get that out of my face.
Does that work? That work for walleye?
That's pretty nice. That's a nice swim bait.
Yeah.
That thing is blood red, man. There's a guy out here that does. There's a guy out here that does soft plastics. That's where I get all my saltwater stuff from.
Is that a saltwater plastic?
This isn't. No.
Okay.
But he makes the saltwater stuff. Makes them really, really tough.
Yeah.
And he had these on Instagram the other day, and along with some other goofy stuff, he got some new colors, and he just shot the molds full of just those colors. You know, I mean, just to see what they look like. He's gonna mix them with other colors to tone them down a bit, whatever. Anyway, I told him I love those blood red ones. He's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I'd try them." He goes, "You can have them for $10 if you want them." So I got that whole. He would usually sell this bag full for $75. That's what he gets. And I got him for $10.
I should raise my prices. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but that's when he mixes them and gets them all right in the right hardness of plastic and all that. So, yeah, he's not cheap, but Danimal, welcome in.
Hey, Dan.
Blah, blah, blah. He said.
Yeah.
Creel, welcome in. Caliber, if you go to Dylan Rush Outfitters on Instagram. He's the guy that makes mine. You can put in an order there. They're not cheap, but they last for a long time. He does a lot of the plastics for the charter boats. He said one charter captain just ordered 3,000 plastics from him.
Wow. Yeah, that saltwater plastic is good stuff. It lasts a long time.
I don't know how in the world I don't know what he's going to do with 3,000 plastics, because you can catch tons of fish on one of them. Even the lingcod that tear them up, those things are tough enough that they just keep going and going.
For that price too, though, you can go get Z-Man plastics and that Elastec, and you never have to worry about them going anywhere.
Yeah.
That Elastec from Z-Man is some good stuff. You can't melt that stuff down though. I tried it. It don't work.
Yeah. No, he just mixes
special with that.
He just mixes stuff. But he made some paddle tails that looked like they would kill. Just of course, that's for the lingcod and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. What size are they, Earl, if you don't mind me asking?
These are 4-inch.
Okay. So they're like the size mine were. I think mine are 4-inch.
Yours are 4-inch. These might be 4 1/4.
Yeah, they look a hair bigger.
They might be, but yeah, they're. I don't know. Got a lot of.
I want to get. Yeah, they do. They're nice. I like them. I want to get the 6-inch paddle tail mold. I think is going to be my next one, because that's 2 up from the one I got.
Yeah.
And it's not for. I want to hand pour musky lures eventually, rubber paddle tails for musky, and hand pour them. But then you're talking like a ton of plastic in like these 8 and 12-inch molds, and you use a ton of plastic. And if you look on Instagram and like YouTube, if you ever seen that World's Worst Fishing with Chris, he sells a paddle tail. They're like $30 for one paddle tail. I'm like,
wow, that's crazy.
I could never even put that on my site saying I want $30 for a bait. Now, hard baits for musky cost that much money, but a paddle tail, you do put a lot of work into it. They do use different colors, and he does different things with it, and it's one at a time making it. So you put a lot of time in making one, but it's just a lot of money for one paddle tail. It's just, I don't see anybody wanting anything around here that costs that much. But I will send you some, Daniel. I'll send you them white ones.
Yeah. I'll send you a message on Facebook too, and we'll work something out there too.
That's fine. It's on me. I want you to use them and see how they go. See what you catch on them, and then let me know, and then maybe put an order in later on down the line. I'll send you some for supporting me and always being in my lives and stuff like that.
Fishing with Sasquatch and Raised Outdoors, Arkansas. Welcome in.
Hey, what's up, Rays? But I'll never send Earl another bait in my life. So
that's all right. I still got some of yours. I still got stick baits.
I'll definitely do that.
I should have used those stick baits the other day when I was out there instead of switching to that other one, because I think they'd work better because they were black.
That grub. You used the grub tail right on your last video, your premiere tonight.
I did, but grub tail. And then I switched over to that earthworm color with the chartreuse tail, and I should have gone to black because the water was cloudy.
Yeah. Well, that earthworm color could have worked too, though. That's a darker color, but
it's not as dark though. That was more the watercolor.
Yeah, and it probably blended in a little bit where you didn't get the contrast that you wanted.
Right.
Black would have gave you a better contrast.
Yeah.
That's what.
Hey, Eric, welcome in.
Yeah, and when you go walleye fishing this weekend, you could always try trolling for walleyes too.
That's probably what we'll do. Troll. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people do out here.
Do you use worm harnesses?
If you keep on catching fish in a certain spot, then you could anchor up and cast at them.
Got you. Yeah.
But yeah, I would start in like 6 to 10 feet of water trolling, and you'll get them.
Yeah.
Do you use worm harnesses, Daniel, when you go at all? Do you do worm harnesses at all?
Typically I don't fish worms for walleyes. We typically use leeches.
Okay.
But we'll use like a bottom bouncer with a leech or a spinner.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what they
But-
do a lot up here in Erie, in the Great Lake up here. A lot of people use the worm harnesses, and then they use the reef runners. They use a lot of the reef runner lures. They're called thunder sticks and reef runners. They use a lot of them up there.
Gotcha.
So I watched a video on it today of somebody from the Pacific Northwest here, and he used a, I forget what he called it, but it was a 3-ounce weight on a wire that the wire goes down and bumps the bottom instead of the weight bumping the bottom. And then there was a outrigger up with, and then he put about a 5-foot leader on there with a spinning spoon or whatever, and then a earthworm, a night crawler on a couple hooks back there.
Yeah, that'd be like a we call them Lindy rigs here, but it's basically just like a bottom bouncer with a spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call them Lindy rigs here too. Also, they do it up here too. Is they'll use a floating jig head, and they use a worm blower, and they put air into the worm, the night crawler itself. They put air into it, hook it up with the jig, and put a 1/2-ounce weight on the bottom, and that worm floats off the bottom about a foot or two. When they're casting and letting it set, they don't jig with it or nothing. It's just like a bed stick, and you throw it out and let it set. But that jig head keeps that worm off the bottom. You can put it wherever you want.
Yeah.
But they use the worm blower, and they use the fuzzy does-its also. I don't know if you've ever heard of those.
Never heard of that before.
It's like a jig with I think it's a blade on it. It's almost like an underspin, but it's an overspin.
Yeah.
And they do that, and they put minnows or shiners on it and throw them out, and that's what they catch a lot of them up here on those also.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yep. So Ted, how far of a drive would that be for you to get to Minnesota?
Whew, I probably wouldn't drive. I'd probably fly.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'd have to look it up, but it'd be a few hours.
You're not that far. What part of Minnesota are you in?
I'm pretty much dead center.
Really?
I'm about 45 minutes north of the Twin Cities.
Earl, look that up. Can you look it up on your phone? From Pittsburgh to, I can't do it on my work phone, and I can't do it on my phone because I'm on it.
What's
look up Pittsburgh
close
to Minnesota.
to you there?
For me, you could put in Princeton.
Princeton? So Princeton to Pittsburgh.
Yep. I'm guessing it's about 11 hours.
Princeton. Minnesota. 11 hours? Yeah, that's probably about right. Directions from Pittsburgh.
I guess it's closer than Florida then.
No, it says 13 hours, 52 minutes.
Oh, so almost 14 hours.
14 hours. Because I guess Florida's around 18.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did that trip not too long ago.
Okay, I'm going to see what it is for us.
But I drive straight through probably. If it was 13 or 14 hours, I can do that. Because I drive 16 hours to Florida, then I get a hotel. So if it's 14 hours, I think I could drive straight through.
Yeah.
We only have 28 hours.
Is that all?
20. Yeah. and some of probably the most boring driving you could ever ask for too.
Really?
No, because we don't have to go through Nebraska.
Well, we have to go through the Dakotas though.
Yeah, that's true.
But a lot of it would be really beautiful too.
Yeah, it'd be, yeah. That's actually not very far out of the way if I ever go back to Ohio.
No, Ohio's right by me. I mean, it's 2 hours away from me, Ohio. An hour and a half from me.
Yeah. You're off of 94. Where does? Oh, yeah. We would either go right through Minneapolis, or we could drop down through. I think we usually would go if we take the northern route. We would drop down through on 9. Wait, drop down on 90. Take the 90 route instead of the 94 route, and then just north of Wyoming there, take that. I think it's 2. What is this route? 212. That runs.
That's where I think I would go. I would head north to Erie, and I would hit 90 when I got up north, and then just go west on 90.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably what I would do, and just head on 90 all the way out until whatever, But that would be 90 majority of the way for me.
Yeah.
Well,
Queen Hess is
maybe it'll happen, Daniel. Maybe it'll happen.
Yeah. Bring the whole family out.
They would love it.
Yeah.
It'd be real cool.
We can go. We could go hang out at the lake. We could do some tubing and skiing, and then we could fish.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what
Queen,
we do here too. So they'd be in their home, doing the same thing up your way, because that's what we do here: skiing, tubing, fishing, doing stuff like that. So they would love it.
Yeah.
Queen, where's the boring fisherman?
I got another sticker from Kenneth today. I got the brown boring fisherman. I got the yellow one like Earl a couple weeks ago, and then today there was a brown one in the mail.
Why'd he send you 2 of them? He just messed up.
I don't know that.
Oh, he's right next to you.
I don't think I want anything from him. I think he just sent me a brown one because he likes me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like me very good. I'm just giving him that other top that came off my boat, so I don't think he likes me very good.
He don't like you from that boring fisherman imitation you did on that short.
Hey, he loved that one.
I was drinking a Pepsi and I spit it out watching it. And my wife asked me what. My wife said, "What the hell? What did you just do?" And I just laughed and I just wiped it up off the table. And then I said nothing. Don't worry about it.
That's the second time you spit your drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they were both weren't they both in had to do with
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about you, boring.
Is he here? Yeah, boring. I got your sticker today, buddy. Your brown one.
Hi, I'm Ken, the boring fisherman.
Steve just said it too.
Uh-huh.
So Daniel, what's coming in for you up there? Walleye, is that what's coming in for you now, or do you do bass fishing up your way or anything?
So May 14th is our fishing opener.
Okay.
So right now all we can fish for is crappie, bluegill, perch, and like catfish. But mostly everything else is closed.
What's the big deal?
It's nothing. It's nothing, Ken. We just like making fun of you. Don't take it personal.
I didn't say nothing, Ken.
We do that to everybody. Everybody in our group. You, Ted, Daniel, Steve from Wyoming. I always get after Steve for being so old. He could get a little younger,
So let me ask you, Daniel, up your way. What did I want to? Are you going to still be doing any kind of fishing reports through the not the ice fishing anymore? Are you going to still do fishing reports on the lakes? Yep. Are you?
Yep. Okay. So in May, probably 1 week before our fishing opener, I'll start them back up.
Okay. And I think. I mean, I know they're really into ice fishing up your way too, but I think if you keep doing them fishing reports this year, I think you're even going to get even more this year because I think a lot of people do a lot more, regular water fishing instead of hard water fishing up your way. But I think you're even going to get a better response now. That the waterways are open. So that'll be real interesting to see how that works out for you.
Yeah, awesome. No, we have a ton of people that open water fish up here, and I think they'll do really well.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. Definitely.
Yes, Danimal, you're in the group too. We get on you for being skunked all the time. You can't forget that. You know good and well that's what we get on you for.
Skunked are getting bit by fish.
I'm starting to feel like you every time I go to the beach anymore. I can't even get a bite hardly. Wait till I get my boat though. Once I get it back. Queen Hess says, how was everyone's Easter? Mine was good. It wasn't anything extraordinary as far as the whole weekend goes, but yeah, it was good.
I'm not doing it, Kenneth. I'm not doing your imitation. I don't want to. I feel bad if I do it. I'm not doing it. Maybe someday I'll do it, but I'm not doing it.
It's just because you don't have a deep enough voice, Dad.
Yeah.
You're scared you're going to sound like a little girl.
Tough crowd here. I don't even know why I come into these things.
Steve goes, not sure you want to be in this group, Animals, Creations, and Adventures. It's a rough group.
Well, today on Steve's premiere, I said, all right, Steve, let's catch some fish. And he's like, I hope I don't disappoint you. And I'm like, no, you'll never disappoint me, Steve. But it's like everybody's like nervous when somebody else gets in the chat or something. They're like, oh, hold on a second here. You got to defend yourself every minute.
Do it, squawk it, screech it, whatever. Join the club.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it yet. There will be a time when you least expect it that I'll do it.
Queen says, peer pressure, Ted.
Nope. I'm not easily provoked. So yeah, we had a good trout outing last weekend with the kids and the family. We went up to Seven Springs by my house and fished the ponds that were stocked, and the kids did really good. I'll have a premiere coming out on Thursday, and that'll be the second video with the kids part 2. And they limited out, man. They caught a ton of trout, and then they left and went home. And I did a solo trout fishing video myself, so that'll be coming out after that one. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results of these next two videos coming out.
I don't know if that's true, Danimal.
Steve, I don't think I want. What did he say? What did Danimal say? Steve, I don't know if I want to be in.
Check it out.
Danimal, he's in it. Yeah, he sent me a couple of those too. That was pretty nice of him. I think he sent them and they got lost, and they resent them again. I'm trying to think of what I got Daniel up here. Like, I don't really see him on panel with myself, so I'm trying to think of questions to ask him.
Yeah, we haven't done a live stream in a long time.
Yeah, you guys haven't been on the live for a while, So
yeah.
But are the kids going to be doing more fishing with you guys too?
For sure.
Yeah, I'm sure the ice fishing is it a little tough for them? They don't really get into it as much as the regular fishing.
When we're in the ice castle, they're almost always with, but when we're fishing out in just portables and stuff, they usually stay back.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was like this weekend. I had the kids out for a while, but it was snowing and it was 34 degrees. So I give it to them for being out there for a couple hours, but then they were done. Yeah. They wanted to go back up to the lodge and go swimming and roller skating and all that stuff. So I just stayed down at the fishing and let their mom take them up there and do their thing. So, but yeah, it's tough to get them out now. In the weather, it's tough. But when it's nice out, they'll be out there all day,
Yep.
Sandy, welcome in.
Hey, Sandy.
She goes,
He said, fresh blood.
Hello, 11MN.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might be getting another boat here soon.
Nice. What kind?
Making too much off YouTube, huh?
Oh yeah. No, on Easter, my uncle came up to me and he's just like, "Hey, would you be interested in a 14-foot Alumacraft boat with a 6-horse motor on a trailer?" And I said, "Well, possibly. You know, how much do you want for it?" He says, "Well, a guy came up to me today and said, 'Hey, would your nephew like a boat for free?'"
Nice.
And I said, "Oh,
Nothing's wrong with free. Nothing's wrong with that price.
Yeah, so that'd be I'd use that boat for probably duck hunting and on the smaller lakes around home here.
Yeah, definitely.
Where'd he steal it from?
So it's a guy from his church. He sold his lake house, and I've met the guy like 2 or 3 times before, and yeah, he just decided he didn't want it and asked if I would take it.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
The animal says, "I'd like his nephew's boat for free."
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe do some float trips on the river in that thing.
Mm-hmm. Earl, you wish
Ken says he got Big Skip sticker today. What?
I said you wish you had your gun when you saw that nutria.
Oh man, video, that thing was only 20, 25 yards from me. A huge one.
Yeah.
And then that other one came swimming down just on the other side of the creek. It sat there.
Could you do that up there, Earl? Could you sit on your kayak and float down and shoot off? Are you allowed to shoot out of the boat?
I don't know for sure. I haven't checked, but I could sit up there on the bank. I mean, I'm sure that the farmer wouldn't care. I could sit up there just at dusk when they're coming down the creek and pop them off.
Because up here in PA, you're allowed to float in a canoe or a boat down the stream and deer hunt.
Right.
But you just got to watch shooting. You got to watch shooting across. You got to make sure there's no roads when you're floating down. If you're shooting at deer, there isn't a road in between you and the deer. You're not allowed to shoot across the road.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to watch. But you're allowed to. I've heard of people bow hunting out of canoes here in PA and doing pretty well at it because the deer seem to not flinch too much when you're floating down the river on a boat as much as you if you were on land.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right, exactly. But since I got my waders now, I'm thinking about just ditching the kayak and wading that creek to fish. And if I do that, I could sling a gun over my back.
Yeah.
And I don't think the nutria are going to flinch too much if I'm out in the creek either.
No.
Yeah, do a casting blast.
There you go.
Yeah. I have my neighbor down the road here has a pond that I took my kayak out in last year, and I was back in the lily pads a ways, and a nutria came swimming. I mean, it was 15 yards from me. And I took my lure and casted it out. It landed just on the other side of it. I was going to snag the thing, but it took off.
Hey, do you guys have a woodchuck where you live?
No, not here. We don't.
Really? That's weird.
I wish we did.
We have them everywhere up here.
You remember I got that one right in your trivia that you were doing? What's another name for a woodchuck? We always call them groundhogs back east.
Yeah. So the other day, my uncle called me up and he's just like, "Hey, are you interested in a woodchuck?" And I was just like, "Oh, I don't know. I guess." He's just like, "I'll call you right back." calls me back like 5 minutes later. He goes, "Hey, I just shot a big fat woodchuck." He's just like, have Rachel swing by and grab it. And I was like, all right. So now I got a woodchuck in the freezer that I'm gonna have to see what it tastes like.
Nice.
No, we have out here. We have rock chucks, but they're over in Central Oregon. They're not here, but they're like a small groundhog. They look exactly like a groundhog or a woodchuck, but they're a little bit small.
What about the prairie dogs? Because
we don't have. I don't know if we have prairie dogs. We have the sage rats. They're only about 6 inches tall, but they look just like a prairie dog.
Okay.
But all right, Creel, thanks for coming in.
Western Minnesota and the Dakotas are loaded with prairie dogs.
Yeah. Squirrels Magnet Fishing, welcome in.
Hey, Squirrels Magnet. Steve said they have upchucks.
Yeah.
You guys have upchucks.
Yeah, out in the ocean we have a lot of those.
Yeah, the groundhogs up here are huge, and they mess with the horses. So there's a lot of farmers that want you to shoot them because the horses get their legs caught and break their legs, and then the horses are no good anymore. Yeah, so they want you to shoot them whenever you can.
Yep. No, I usually eat what I kill too, but these nutria, there are so many of them around. Those things are like rats. They just
have you ever tried one?
Yeah, I've tried them. They're actually good eating.
Really? How did you cook it?
I had my cousin do it, and he had. That's the thing. He had so much stuff in with it that you could barely taste it. But I dug down into the middle of it and actually got the real taste. And it's not bad at all. It's not like I thought it was going to taste, but yeah, it was definitely good. But
I would assume it's like a muskrat or a beaver.
I don't know what either one of those tastes like, but they only eat grass. So now there's other types of grass other than what you think of when you think of grass. There's marsh grass, there's whatever. But I mean, they'll chew on bark. They eat, or back where we were shooting a lot of them, they were in briar bushes and they had the briars, chewed way down into almost like sawdust. But I don't know if they were eating it or if they were just chewing on it. But anyway, they don't eat meat of any kind that I know of.
Yeah, speaking of that, when Rachel was coming home from work today, there was a turkey on the side of the road, and it was pecking at a dead deer in the ditch. I had no idea a turkey would eat meat.
Yeah,
it's like a chicken, probably. A chicken will eat meat.
Yeah.
Well, I know turkeys eat bugs, so.
Yeah, I tried talking her into turning around and going back and filming a short video of it, but she wouldn't do it.
Evans family, welcome in. I know.
Yeah, I haven't seen any turkey.
Chickens will eat mice. They'll
Yeah, chickens will eat just about anything.
I mean, down at my camp, when we have turkeys running around, when all the grasshoppers are flying around down there, there's turkeys they just tear them up.
Yeah. So when I used to live in town, the neighbor had chickens, and they were just right across the fence from me, and their feeder was out there, and the old starlings would just go down in there, and they'd eat more of the feed than the chickens would about. So he would be out there with his BB gun shooting the starlings, and I would shoot as many as I could too. And if you would wound one and they would go, if a starling got down in the chicken pen, those chickens would go thrash that thing and kill it if it wasn't ready. And then they'd eat it. They'd eat those starlings. Every one that landed in the pen, they'd eat.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
chickens
seen
will
them
eat chicken.
kill snakes and eat snakes before.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
They
pretty
eat
wicked animals. They're aggressive.
just about anything. That's why they taste so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if Grits is in here anymore or not, but he asked me a question. I'll probably get back with you on text later on that one. I'm not 100% sure what you meant by it, but I'll get back with you on text. I should nap where? Here? What are you talking about, Steve? I'm not old enough to need naps.
Hey, I like a good nap from time to time.
Oh yeah.
I do too. I just like giving him a hard time because he's old. He always got to get in off the ocean by 3 o'clock so he can get his afternoon nap in. Oh, with the chickens.
Boring's old enough to need a.
Sandy says I'm old enough to need a nap. I don't know. I take naps sometimes. Steve went and put what I told him not to in his video again. I'm going to have to stop going with him on fishing trips. He always puts stupid stuff in the videos.
Stupid stuff. How is Steve? Steve, haven't seen your subscribe or your hook sets on your channel. Are they going up now, or are they still? Is he having trouble with that still?
I think it's going up slowly. Right now he is at 374.
Okay, because I've heard a lot of people when I've been commenting on their videos. I've been getting a lot of comments back saying, "Hey, I had X amount of hook sets yesterday. Are you having that same trouble?" And I'm losing them. I'm like, I'm not. But I mean, there's times
Cecilia,
when you
appreciate
do.
you being in here.
You know, there's times when you do lose some, and there's times when you're. I think you were. Daniel was there when they asked that this morning on my live. They were asking about that. That was some old man, Richard from Some Old Man asked me. He said he was dormant, like he wasn't getting anything. And I said, that's happened to me before for like a week or so that nothing, you don't get anything. And then all of a sudden you get them back, or you do a jump and, or you steadily climb and you don't get nothing. So that just happens. I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Strong. No,
Hey,
Lauren,
Strong.
we were not talking about you. It was the fishing trip that I did with Steve out at the beach. He put in something dumb that I told him he couldn't use. I had waited out. I only had like muck boots on, and I waited out. I was wet up to about my waist. And so my boots were full of water. And then when we were walking back to the truck, I just, out of stupidity, just walked over to the edge of the trail and lifted my leg, and the water ran out my boots. He's like, hey, let me video that. I was like, no, you need to video on that. Anyway, he got it. He got it one time when I did it, but no water came out of my boot. So.
Say it, Earl. Say it.
What am I saying?
Oh man.
No.
You haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, I know. Creel got me to quit. Sandy Toes, have you caught any fish in the last while? Wait a minute. What'd she say about me? She might not be. I think your intelligence automatically excludes you from
Earl's stupid.
Scab. Oh, that was Scab in here. I was thinking that was Lauren. My bad. Scab is in here. Oh, no. The end of his live on Friday, his daughter fell in the backyard creek on camera. Well, at least he got it on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that going to be on this video?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, my daughter would kill me if I did that.
Does your daughter watch all of your videos?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes she does the old, yeah, no, I didn't watch it. And I'm like, what do you mean you didn't watch it? She's like, no, I haven't watched it. I'm like, well, go watch it. You know, I like make her sometimes to go, but most of the time she's already done it, watched it. But I announced that this morning. She asked me the other day, she's like, Dad, can we do a channel ourselves? And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, well, could me and Theo, meaning my son, could we make an Off the Hook kids version? And I said, sure. If you want to do an Off the Hook outdoors kids, that's fine. I said, yeah. I said, I'll help you out starting it out, and then you do your thing. And she does everything that she would do on my channel. You know what I mean? She would just fish, and she'd wear her GoPro. My son would wear his GoPro, and they would just do their own fishing. And she likes to do everything on her own. And like even when I'm filming, I have to do it her way. You know what I mean? It isn't like the way I want to film. Like if I want to do something, she'll be like, Dad, no, that's stupid. You need to do it this way, or you need to do it this way. And I'm like, whatever. So I just let her roll the camera. But she wants, I think, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. She's like, I think I want to do my own channel. And I'm like, have at it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, but I told her still, I said, you still got to come on my channel, though. And she's like, all right.
Scab said he already posted it. His big head was in the way, but she came walking up the bank.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. But yeah, I think it'll be cool if they do their own little channel. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So did you see on my video when that osprey came down and hit the water, was that out at full GoPro distance, or was that zoomed in?
Are you asking me?
Anyone that watched.
Yeah, I don't watch your videos, so I couldn't tell you that.
I know. No, I wasn't watching you. I mean, I wasn't asking. But when I edited that, I pulled it up, and I went back after I downloaded it onto the computer. I went back and looked to see if it stayed zoomed in.
Yeah.
And I thought it was, but then I watched the premiere. I thought it was out at a distance again.
It was at a distance when I saw it on your premiere, but can't you go into the editing and just zoom in while you're editing it?
That's what I did. But see, then if you change it, like I did not, I don't remember. I don't usually change it from 4K to lesser when I edit.
I don't either.
It never comes up as 4K. To download it, and sometimes I go to 4K to download it, and that screws up your editing sometimes. That's why I watch it after it's on the computer to make sure that it didn't, and I thought it didn't mess with it.
See, what I do
on YouTube, it seemed like it was out at a distance again.
Well, I think YouTube automatically downgrades your stuff. That's why people try to shoot it in the highest they can. Am I right, Daniel, with that? Just correct me if I'm wrong. But I have 5.3K on my GoPro, but I don't think I can record in 5.3 and put it on YouTube because I heard that YouTube accepts up to 8K. Now, I don't know who the heck shoots in 8K, but you have to rename your files when you do that. Like you have to learn the computer language and know how to rename these files that are in AK, so YouTube accepts it at like 4K or 1080 or whatever it is. And I wouldn't even want to do that. Like, why wouldn't I just shoot it in 4K and let them download it to 1080? Because that's what I think they do. I don't think they automatically put it in 4K. Is that correct, Daniel?
I'm not real familiar with it. I do know though, if you upload your videos in 4K, they're more likely to share them.
Share them?
Right.
Yep, they'll promote them more for you. But I'm not sure about them downgrading them or anything like that.
That's just what I heard. I don't know.
I do a lot of mine in 4K, and I don't think they downgrade them. It's okay. It's what you have your speed or your quality set for on your computer. What your playback is.
Well, I have all mine for 4K. And then when I download it, it says 4K on the video on YouTube. It'll say 4K in the corner.
Yeah. It takes longer to upload. I mean, it'll go to standard definition and then high def and then 4K. I mean, it takes a week sometimes to get into 4K, depending on how long the video is.
Well, that's why I started downloading my videos. Like right now, my 2 videos that are coming out, they're downloaded on YouTube already, but they're unlisted.
Right,
so
right. That's the way I do mine.
They'll still be processing. Like the ones that are in 4K right now, I can go to my YouTube studio and look at them, and it'll say that they're still processing right now. And I did the one this morning, so it's still processing to 4K. So it takes a while to go to 4K.
Yeah,
because I was making a mistake before, and instead of me doing the unlisted or anything or private, unlisted I think is better for me. But I was always just downloading them right to be in public, and when everybody would see them first off, you would see that fuzzy, grainy video.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Why is it? I did it in 4K. Why is it like that? I never got it. Well, here I didn't realize they got to process all that. So that's why I went to the unlisted and do it the unlisted way and let it fully download and get all the HD in there that I can, and then I schedule it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now, do you guys film in 4K?
What's that?
I do.
Do you film in 4K?
I do. A lot of it is.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, and see, we don't film anything in 4K.
But
for
some reason,
do you upgrade it?
For some reason, DaVinci Resolve will not recognize that 4K or something. It's supposed to, but it doesn't, and I don't know why it doesn't. But.
And the only reason why I was saying that it downgrades it because I shoot my GoPro 10 in 5K. I could do 5.3, but I don't do that. I do the 5K. I can't stream in 4K or 5K either. I got to stream in 1080. It won't accept anything but 1080 when I stream. But when I'm shooting my videos, I'm in 5K. But when I go to YouTube, it uploads it in 4K.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It doesn't give it a 5K view on it. It downloads it in 4K. That's why I said it downgrades everything because it don't accept the 5K.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I thought that's what happens because then I researched the 5.3K. Now, the only good thing about that is my slow motion's better. If I film in slow motion and download it on YouTube, it's a better quality because I got the 5.3. I could use the 120 frames per second as opposed to the 60 frames per second. I have that option when I shoot in 5.3K. So my slow motion is a little bit better if I use the 5.3 and go down to the 120 frames per second, which you can't do that in 1080.
Ted,
so what size SD cards do you run in your cameras?
128.
Okay.
I got a 256 in mine.
Yeah, I run 128. That's all that I've needed so far, but I can see me definitely getting a big one like Earl, the 250.
Well, I used when I got that one is before I got my computer. So I was storing a lot of my footage on there because my phone didn't have space.
Yep, and that's
so
my
now that
problem.
I got a computer, it's not as important, but no, but another thing with video, and my wife used to out on the ocean, she would video with her phone. And that, I don't know that that was 4K, but it was really, really clear. And she would send it to my phone so that I could edit it. And she sent it on WhatsApp. And don't ever do that if you're trying to keep video quality.
My wife did the same thing to me.
She would get so aggravated because she would send me very nice videos and it would be blurry on YouTube. Yep. She's like, why is it blurry? Those weren't that way on my phone. And she'd show me on her phone, and it takes it down, way down.
Yeah, that's why
send it on WhatsApp.
That's why when she's shooting videos, she will give it to me like that. We had that indoor water park, and my wife shot some great videos of my kids on the water slides. And she dropped it to me. You know how you can do the drop from phone to phone. I can't remember what that's called, from iCloud.
iDrop.
And when I got it,
AirDrop.
AirDrop. When I got it, it was blurry and it was slow. I'm like, what the heck is this? So I couldn't do it. I couldn't use it.
No, AirDrop is the same quality.
Not on my phone, it wasn't.
It should be, because that's what we started doing, and it worked great.
Now, some of her videos she gives me works fine. Some videos she does give me was horrible, but it's all the same quality. I look at it on her phone, and it's clear because we have phones that shoot 4K. That's why that was the nice thing about my phone. When I was shooting stuff on my phone, I can go with 4K to YouTube. So that was nice. You know what I mean?
I think your phone is farted, Ted.
Yeah, it farted. I had a message come through.
Either that or Daniel is.
Excuse me.
Not me.
Excuse me. But yeah, the 4K like on my phone, it's awesome. Like my phone quality shooting up from my phone is awesome. But I like the iMovie for me because my iPhone, my GoPro, the Quick app, everything is compatible with my phone. So I like that. I can just download, and then I don't have to go wireless either, because wireless, say it takes 30 minutes, I'm just saying, to download all my videos, to import them. I have that camera to phone adapter, the iPhone Lightning one, and I put it in, and it knocks it down less than half of the time to download all my footage from my GoPro to my phone for video, and the quality is still there. It isn't. I don't.
Welcome in, Woman Outdoors.
Hey, Woman Outdoors, but I don't lose much quality when I go from my GoPro to my phone with that camera to phone adapter. But if I go from SD card and take it out of my GoPro and put it in my SD card Lightning reader, I lose a lot more quality that way. Not much, but I still lose quality that way. So the other way I do it from camera to phone, I lose less quality that way. So I keep it I do it that way. And that's just from playing with it and seeing the video.
Mr. You know what I mean? Kyle's in the house.
Hey, Kyle.
Dark 30. But and Mr. Duggar Fishing. Welcome in.
Yeah, but there's so much you can learn from everybody on YouTube. That's why I like it, because everybody has their little tips and tricks that they do and learn it from people and everything. So I like the tech. I'm not a techie at all. Like I don't know how to use computers real well and everything, but I love learning about the GoPros and the cameras and what you can do to make it a little better. You know what I mean?
Hey, Marcia.
Yep.
Sorry about your grandma, Marcia.
Hey, Woman Outdoors.
I'm not the kind of guy
break do you get?
What's that?
How long of a break do you get at work?
An hour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my lunch. I do it on my lunch time. I'm actually going to I'll probably be done here in about 10 or 15 minutes, so I have to go and then do my last rounds in the school.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy that does a lot of research on my own, but I'll sit here and ask you guys about stuff, and that's kind of the way I learn how to do things. I don't like reading necessarily. I'd rather have somebody tell me how to do it.
Well, you can learn a lot off of these lives.
Yeah.
I learn a lot from Think Media. They're a YouTube channel, and they explain just about anything that could have anything to do with any technology.
Think Media.
Yep.
Is that a YouTube channel, Daniel?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They're a massive channel. And they got reviews on just about any product you could ever think of.
Really?
Yep.
Big Skip says if he wants to make lots of money on YouTube, he's going to start making stupid cat video channel.
Yeah, that would probably do it.
Yeah.
He don't even have to make content that way. He just got to surf YouTube for cat videos that he can download and use.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I learned a lot from the GoPro videos too, like watching GoPro on YouTube and learning all the little, because I like the GoPros a lot. Like, so I always try to research all the stuff that they have out and everything. So that's how I learn it. I like to research things.
Yeah, but Ted, some of us have to work. We don't have time to watch all that, plus our friends' stuff.
You got to make time. You got to be dedicated.
Yeah.
What do you think? You just grow just to grow? You got to earn it, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, I'm excited to start using the looping feature on the GoPro.
Me too, man. Me too. I can't wait for that. I think that'll be a plus for me for editing in a good way, because editing a bunch 150 clips of 1 or 2 catches is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'll have a couple with the 5-minute. I'm going to do 5-minute loops. I think that should be enough to catch everything. Don't you think that would be enough? A 5-minute
I would think so. And I'm going to have 2 cameras on the looping feature. The primary function I'm looking for there is just those catching the hook sets. And then I'll have my other 3 cameras just in the regular recording mode. So if a fish fights longer than 5 minutes, I'll still have it.
Yeah, that makes sense to do it that way. I'm gonna have one on my head like I always do. I'll have the one on the front of my boat, and then I'll have my regular camera running in the back. Like usually somebody will be running that one. If not, then I'll have my GoPro looking at the front of my boat on the 5-minute loop, because I only have 2 GoPros, and then plus my camera. So I'll have the GoPro on.
All right, Jacob.
All right. Have a good night. But the camera that'll be on my windshield will be in loop mode. That'll be my GoPro 10. That'll be getting the whole front of my boat, just like you said, for the hook sets and all that stuff. And then I just got to remember to walk over there and hit that button after I'm done. You know what I mean? That's the thing that you got to do, is walk over, hit that button so it locks that 5 minutes in and then starts over again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's the critical point, not going over there and hitting that and missing 10 fish because you forgot to go over and press the button.
Yeah. No, I heard with the newer GoPros that if you have them turned on, every time you hit record, it's already saved like the previous 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can set that. I did that on mine with 30 seconds. You can do 10 seconds, 15, 30 seconds. And it's like, I can't remember what they call it. They call it playback or shadow play or something like that.
Okay.
But when you hit the play button, it automatically goes from where you hit the play button, it goes back 30 seconds and records. Don't ask me how it does it, but it goes back 30 seconds, which is amazing. I don't get it, but it's good they do that.
Yeah, that's another good way how you could always make sure you get your hook sets.
Yeah, exactly.
Daniel, that 5-minute loop wouldn't have worked very good for you for when you caught that sturgeon.
It wouldn't have, but I would have at least gotten the hook set that way.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Although for the first 5-10 minutes, I thought I was snagged on a log and I was trying to get unsnagged.
Right.
Yeah.
What did Kyle say? I learned about that in the live with Ted. Yeah, that was Live the Fish, Kyle. Joe from Live the Fish about the looping mode. I knew they had the looping mode, but I never paid any attention to it. But it makes sense the more I heard about it. That's why I'm anxious to try the looping mode. I might even go up from 5 minutes to maybe 7 minutes or something. You know, it depends on what works for you. Everybody will have their different. Like if I'm fishing for muskie, my looping mode will probably be more time. Bass, I could usually get a bass in within the 5 minutes, so I wouldn't have to worry. But a muskie's a little different. I might go 10 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean? And that should catch everything in that 10-minute frame. Some people, maybe they like it shorter. I don't know. I'm just trying to be safe and have more than enough on my end. That's why I want to do it. And I'll go through 15 5-minute videos instead of, going through an hour's worth of 10, 15, 20-minute videos to try to find something. So I like you'll have, either if you're doing good, you'll have a multiple amount of 5-minute videos to go through. If you're not doing that well, you'll have 1 or 2 5-minute videos and you'll be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rachel always gets irritated when I go on trips without her because, like this last trip I did, I ran 5 GoPros and I brought home 3 hours of footage on all 5 of them. So she had 15 hours of footage to sift through to make a 10-minute video.
Yep.
That's no fun.
No, that's tough. And like when I edit a video, I'm looking at probably, and I got it down to my system that I do. I'm probably looking at 3 hours. I'm thinking 3 hours is a good time. It's about as much as it takes for me to edit a video. 3 hours, I'm going to say.
Yeah. So, Ted, what's your biggest muskie you've ever caught?
48 inches.
Okay. That's a pretty good one.
I'm looking for a 50 to get mounted. That's what I want. But I won't kill it. I'll get a replica made.
Gotcha.
But I want a 50-inch muskie out of my lake this year. That's what I want.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going for this year. That, and then, of course, the PB bass. I'm always looking for my PB bass. My smallmouth was, what was my smallmouth this year? 6'3" was my smallmouth PB this year that I got, or last year. Okay. My largemouth is like 7'6" is my largemouth out of there. So that's kind of hard to beat, though, up in PA here. 7 pound, 8 pound. It's pretty tough to beat. So we'll see. Yep. But yeah, definitely that's my fish I want to catch is a 50-inch muskie.
Okay.
Well, the biggest.
If you can't get one over there, come to Minnesota.
Yeah, I know.
Biggest bass I've ever caught was around 5 pounds.
Bass?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean in PA that's a good fish. 5 pounds in PA is a good fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're doing something at 5 pounds. It's not too often you're catching 5 and 7 pounders in PA. But they're here. It's just a matter of getting lucky enough to get one. And I got lucky, what was it, 5 years ago? What's 222? It's 22. Yeah, 5 years ago I got my 7.3 or whatever largemouth out of there. So.
Yeah.
But it makes it way more special when you don't have them around and you can still catch them.
When you can target them and catch a big one. Yeah.
I mean, if you both catch a 7 pounder in one trip, it's not even that great of a trip.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely am jealous of that. But like you said, if you live there and you're catching 5, 6, 7 pounders every time you go out, you're waiting for the 9. You're waiting for the 9 and 10 pounder. You know what I mean?
Or bigger.
Yeah, or bigger.
Yeah.
So. And I went to Florida and fished Okeechobee, and my biggest fish was a 5 pound 6 ounce bass on Okeechobee where they fish. And that was a big fish for me that day. It was just a cold front came in and it wasn't real good. And I ended up catching like a 5.6, and it was the biggest fish of the trip, which was very disappointing for down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one day I'll get the 50-inch muskie.
I wouldn't be complaining if I got a 5 pound bass, though.
No, me either.
I catch a lot of that size on muskie lures up in New York. We fish a couple lakes up there for muskie, and I've caught some monster bass on 10-inch, 12-inch lures.
Yeah.
And 5-pound bass and 6-pound bass up there. But when you have them on musky gear, they come in like a log. There's no fight in them. You're just reeling them in and taking them off because you're not even targeting them. You want the musky. So a 5-pound bass when you're musky fishing is like catching a bluegill when you're bass fishing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you don't really pay too much attention to that when you're fishing for musky and you catch a 5-pound bass. You're like, okay, you throw it in. But the musky fishermen hate catching 5-pound bass, but I enjoy catching everything. So
yeah.
I had a guy on my live. He is a guide up in Alaska, and this was a couple weeks ago. And he was telling me that I need to go out for the spring Chinook fishery. He's like, yeah, you might troll all day and only get one fish, but it's so worth it. They're so good eating. I was like, dude, if there's one thing you did not learn from my videos, it's that I don't like fishing when I don't catch fish. I want fish in the boat. I don't care what they taste like. We want fish in the boat.
Yeah. That's how I am too. I don't eat much fish. My family don't eat much fish at all. Like my daughter and I will eat fish here and there, but we'll eat deer meat all the time. But my wife don't eat fish or deer meat, and my son don't eat nothing. So it's my daughter and I, and we hardly eat fish. We just throw them back. It's basically catch and release with me. So I'm into the action. Give me more fish. I don't care how they taste. Just give me whatever I can get on the boat.
I eat the fish that we catch out in the ocean. It's just that I'm not going to go sit on the water for 10, 12 hours for one fish if I can help it. I'm going to bring as many fish home as I can when I'm out in the water.
Well, see, that's the thing with ocean fishing, though. When you're out in the ocean, you're fishing, 50 foot deep? You bring a fish up, it's going to die anyway because of...
No, not at 50 feet. No? You can bring them up from... Supposedly, you can bring them up from 200 feet down and they got their air bladder blown out. But if you take those fish back down to 200 feet and release them, they'll live. That air bladder goes back in. So any boat that goes out in the ocean out here has to have an at-depth release mechanism with them on the boat.
And so what the heck is that? What is an at-depth release? I never even heard of it.
It's several things, but you can get the expensive one that you can set the depth at which it'll release the fish. It's like a fish grip.
Okay.
It's a descending device.
Okay.
Or you can get a fish grips and you can put a weight on the bottom jaw or on the bottom handle, and your line on the other handle. And when you get down and feel the bottom, you give it a jerk and it opens it up, and they're released.
Okay. See, with smallmouth up here, we catch them in 30 foot. Their bladder's out. We gotta punch them. We gotta air release them with the needle. We gotta stick them in there and release the air from the smallmouth. And we don't release them back at the shore at the dock. When we have largemouth tournaments, people always bring to the weigh station back at the dock, and then they go out with their bags and they dump them in right at the dock. When we're smallmouth fishing, we don't do that. There's a boat that's designated to take all the fish, 5 or 10 at a time, out in the water and let them go in the deeper water, not on like at the shore by the dock, the smallmouth, just because they're a little bit of deep water fish. So they let the smallmouth go out in the water, but the largemouth they dump right at the shore there. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. But when you got to definitely...
Ones that are like a big hook scare you? Derek, which ones are like a big hook? I hate having those things on board anyway, because you almost have to have one rod specifically for that, unless you're running, which I don't run the quick releases because I lose too much gear, and then you got to put that's just another couple bucks that you're losing when you lose your gear. So I don't usually run those, but I don't
I never
even
heard of them.
fish. I don't even hardly fish deep enough anymore to need a descending device. I usually fish under 100 feet, and then I don't have to worry about it too much.
Okay.
It's a descender that you stick in the lip. Derek, the one I got is like, I could draw it for you, but I don't have a paper right here. But it's a wire comes up that you hook your weight to, and then it has a wire that comes off the side like this, and you put it backwards through the gill and send it down, and then just pull up, and it pulls it out of the gill. So the fish is going down head first, and then you pull up, and it releases it off of there.
All right, guys. Well, I got to get rolling here. I got to go do my rounds here at the school. So thanks for having me up. Nice to see you, Daniel. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
It was
coming
nice
up.
seeing you guys.
Yeah, good chatting with you.
All right, man. Just hit me up on the Facebook or whatever, Daniel, and we'll get them out to you.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Yep.
Night.
See ya.
All right. Good night.
Boring. Is that a new law this year or what? He says you have to have one set up whenever you're fishing for rockfish. Doesn't mean you have to use it. It just means you got to set one up.
Yeah, when I was in Alaska, when we'd catch the rockfish, their eyeballs would be like exploded out of their heads.
Some rockfish are that way though. Already, I mean, their eyes are just bulgy.
Gotcha.
I used to have one rigged up on my boat, but it was that rod was unusable. It was rigged up. It was unusable. It was horrible. So maybe I'll have to do that again. Oh, Steve says only if you fish 40 fathoms or deeper. Yeah,
How deep
I don't
is a fathom?
6 feet, so it'd be 240.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I hardly, salmon fishing we do, but we're only fishing 15 feet deep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like on Lake Superior. We'll be fishing in 300 feet of water, but we're only trolling spoons and stuff down maybe 30 feet for coho.
Yeah. Coho are shallow usually.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be as good this year for the coho as it was last year, so that'll be fun again.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they're really getting them on Lake Superior right now.
Oh, yeah. Our season for them isn't open yet, I don't think. The Chinook, they were getting a few of those in the ocean, but yeah, I haven't been out after them. I haven't had my boat, so I probably wouldn't have even tried even if I did have my boat.
Gotcha.
All right, Ken just sent me. Yeah, that's what I have, Ken. That thing right there. Here, I'll show you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to go fill up with some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see here. There, can you see that at all?
Yeah, I've seen them before.
So you put your weight down where the tip of that thing ends, and then your line is attached to the other end. You put that crooked wire through their gills backwards, and then they go down head first to the bottom. And once you feel that thing bump the bottom, you just give a yank, and they come off of that thing.
Gotcha.
That's the style I carry too, Boring. That's what I have on board.
Well, I think I'm gonna hop off of here. It's getting past my bedtime.
Yeah.
So
I know you still need your beauty sleep and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate
you having me up here.
Yep.
It was fun.
You coming up.
So, but you guys have a good night, and we'll chat with you again soon.
You bet.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yep. All right. Who else is coming up? Queen, what do you do? I may have heard before. Not sure. June 15th for Coho, Steve says, is when the opener is. Yeah, it's been brutal here this year too, Kyle. About a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, it was beautiful, and now we're getting rain and cold weather again, snowing and all kinds of stuff going on. Fish processing, canning, wholesale, and retail. Okay. Don't know if I did know that ever, but yeah. So do you work right there on the docks or elsewhere? Cool. That is cool. You don't even need to go fishing for your stuff then. You can just snitch one here and there. Oh, that wind was crazy. I got down to Koffler Boats, took the boss down there to look at my boat, and we got out, and then wind kicked up, and it was crazy down there for a while. We didn't stay out at the boat very long. Yeah, I bet too. Boring. All right, who's coming up? I can't entertain by myself. I'm not that much of an entertainer. Yeah, it's 11:30 back there, PA trapping. How is that different than any other time, Boring? I mean that in the best way possible. After I said it, I realized how bad that sounded. I wasn't trying to say anything that bad. Yeah, I bet you do, Scab. You should braid that beard. I'm getting mine back slowly. About time to trim it off again. So who all do we got in here? We got 17 people in here. Kyle, are you still in here? Steve, Sandy, Calabear. Somebody can come up. You're here for some reason. Yeah. You like getting picked on, I think, is why you're here. I should have come up and fished with you yesterday or Saturday because we sure didn't do any good down here. Yeah, you probably need to, Steve, since you got to get up so early in the morning. Big Skip.
What's up, Earl?
There he is. Hey, I'm just sitting here bashing Ken.
You look like you were getting bored up there by yourself.
Yeah.
Fix this so it's not so. There.
Sandy says doing mom stuff. Got you mainly on listening mode. Yeah, I know you were, boring. Yeah, I like your stickers.
I'm glad you got them.
They're a little bit glossy, though.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the gloss. But
I
they look good.
Because I know those are UV stickers, so I mean, they're good.
That's what that is.
They're good for outside.
Yeah. Were you on here when I was talking about that sign place that I asked if they could make those?
No, I think I was up in the had to run up in the kitchen for a minute.
Yeah, so they could. I think this is what they would make me, the same as yours, with that gloss on it.
Yeah,
but they said they could leave that gloss off; it just wouldn't last as long outside.
Yeah, that's just like a UV reflection, protection kind of stuff.
I thought mine were supposed to be UV rated too, but it might just be a different kind of vinyl. I don't know.
Bobcat made those for me.
Yeah. No, these look nice.
Yeah, he did a damn good job on them.
Yeah.
I'll give you
a little shout out short like I did everybody else. I have a couple of them built up here that I need to do, but
I've got my board right over here. I've got I've been collecting. I've been.
You got quite a few.
I've been collecting for a little bit, and I just haven't put them on the board yet. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ken, I like yours, but you can hardly read it at a very. I mean, like right there, you can't read it.
Yeah.
Hardly. But
boring fisherman.
I try to show this board off every once in a while in my lives.
I don't think so, boring. You got mine, right?
All right, Snap. Snake River Catfish Slayer, welcome in. You are not a mod in here, but you will be soon.
I've gotten all messed up on my stickers, who's got them and who don't, because I had a large batch that I put in the mail that nobody ever got their stickers. I don't know what happened to them. So
That's crazy.
So I was sending, I was resending a bunch. I think Sunfish King, Ted. It was the batch that went out with theirs because I had to resend theirs out. I didn't even know who all I had in that batch, so I just been waiting. I've had 2 or 3, maybe 4 people tell me that they never got my sticker, so I didn't even say anything. Once they said they never got them, I redid an envelope and out they went.
Yeah. Did you get mine?
I think I did get yours.
Because I sent yours the same day you sent mine. But I just got yours today, so.
I thought I did. If I haven't, they'll probably be in a day or two.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
I'm thinking Good Friday messed a bunch of them up.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm waiting on a dividend check right now. And there's Stone Freddy's, John Parker, Fish and Chicken.
Snake
Chris.
River, I might do that. I have this big board right here that I'm gonna try filling up. So I got plenty of room for them. And once I start that board, I'm gonna make me a thing to hold that up behind me when I do my lives, so that you can actually see them. Big Skip and Alicia got the pink one.
That'll be cool. Because I've got mine on a fold. I'm gonna put mine on a fold out board, like a project board.
Yeah.
Because that way I can set it on my old drafting table right behind me for now.
Yeah.
Because sometime this year when we move all our stuff up into the master bedroom, this is going to be it's a 25 by 26 great room with 10-foot ceilings.
Oh, yeah.
And this is going to be Sherry calls it the bake cave.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be my man cave / fishing room.
Yeah. Actually, Snake River, I'm going to email you right now. I can do it from my phone. I thought I was going to. Where's your email? Your email is not on your about page.
Mine is
Catfish 208. All right, I will email you right now.
And not too long ago, I actually added my giveaway schedule for my subs at 100, 250, 500, 750, and 1,000. I did my sticker giveaway at 100 subs. I'll be doing a dark water bait giveaway at 250, a reel giveaway at 500. Haven't decided what I'm going to give away at 750, and I'm going to probably do a slime cat rod or a whisker seekers or something like that at 1,000.
Snake River Catfish 208. Okay, I guess that's the one.
Campers in Common Mel says hi, Earl.
Hey, Campers in Common. Welcome in.
If that TV gets too loud in the background, just let me know. My wife's watching TV.
It's got a little bit of volume, but it's not. I don't think. I mean, I can't understand. I probably could understand it if I tried. But.
This mic I got I really like it. It's just real sensitive.
Yeah.
And But once I get this set up down here, I'm going to have a studio corner over on the right behind work from where I'm sitting in the other corner. And I'll either have a flag that'll have my logo on it hanging behind me, or I'll do a green screen and just put the logo up there. Hey, Mel. I know Skip from Clearwater Adventures and Bobcat are out fishing tonight.
Snake already got my email. Awesome.
They got a couple of big cats too.
Who is it?
Bobcat and Skip from Clearwater Outdoors.
Got you. Campers in Common. I'll make you a mod so you can go check out all these other channels. There you go. You're now a mod. So, and anyone else that wants to can come up. I'm not. When it gets too many people and we start talking over each other, might be
I got a question for you, Earl. How do you pin the link to the top of the chat?
You have to do that. I have to do that from. Hang on. Here we go.
From YouTube?
Yes, I believe so. But even then, oh, never mind. I'm on my other channel. Let me get to my channel. I think you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Wait a minute. Yes. If you are on your computer, you can go to the YouTube side and hit the 3 buttons beside a comment, and it'll come up with pin.
I got you. So you can comment, then pin the comment. I got you.
Yeah. It's Mel from Ugly Dogs. Got you. All right. That makes sense.
Oh, okay, Mel.
Yeah, it is, Queen. They're putting it in the paint shop tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice.
I think tomorrow. Either tomorrow or the next day. Did you see it, Big Skip?
Yeah, I was in your live the other night when you were putting the pictures up. Man, that thing's
Did
gonna
you
be
see
nice.
it today?
No, I haven't seen it.
He sent me some more pictures this morning.
So they got the fabric.
Got the windows cut out and it's ready for paint now, but I'm getting excited now.
Oh wow, that's gonna be nice.
So they got all these
the rocket launchers up on top,
and then they got a crab davit, and then on the other side, see this thing right here, that tower thing swings out and it has a pulley up here at the top for pulling crab pots.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the canopy, they have a tube welded to the side for holding the net.
Oh, wow.
So then up front, or up in here, you can see, turn it sideways there, they got a couple shelves up in the corner.
Yeah. Those are going to be nice.
And then that door up front goes all the way up to that, where you see that cross member up there.
Right.
I can open that door and never have to duck. I can walk right out on the front of the boat.
Kind of like a sea arc.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really nice. But
that's a nice top.
It should be. Ken, they actually have handrails up there too, or handles up there to grab onto too. And I also had them cut off those. There was railing or like
the rail on the gun, the ones on the gunnels.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
them cut those off.
Yeah, you were talking about having them do that on the last time I was in your live.
Yeah, they got them knocked off. When we were crabbing, there was no. I mean, like you pull a crab pot up, there's nowhere to set it except on that motor cover, and that's not really meant to set stuff on. It's cushion there. So now we can just set them up on the side of the boat. We don't have to have them inside the boat necessarily. And yeah. I'm gonna start pretending he's a pro fisherman on that boat. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm just gonna be a pro fisherman. How about that? Some of us on my channel catch fish, Sandy. Yeah, I could sell that boat. Queen, I could sell that boat as soon as I get it back and make money on it. Still, even with as much as I paid for the top. But I'm not going.
You could probably get 50 out of that boat real easy.
Pretty close.
Because I know, like right now, Sea Arc has a 2-year waiting list.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. These guys that put the top on, they build boats. And the guy that did the top on my boat, he personally has, I think his boss said he has like 7 boats that he has ordered that he has to build.
Wow.
And that's over a year's worth of work. So, and there's 5 or 6, 7 guys that work in that shop. So you take that times that, and they have a ton of work.
Oh yeah. I was in, where was it? One of the marinas, one of the boat shops the other day, and a guy was in there looking at boats, and they have their displays that aren't rigged or anything, and this guy had cash with him to buy a boat. And when they told him that, because he was looking at one of the new dynasties.
Yeah.
And when they told him that, he was like, well, what about this one? It's right here, and I have the cash, right? And they wouldn't do it, and he left.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd be hard pressed to let $85,000 or $100,000 walk out the door.
Exactly. But I don't know if they're even allowed to sell those, are they?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Derek David, welcome in.
You know, if I was going to open a boat dealership like that, I would do it to the point where I would want to be at the point where I bought all the boats outright from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Did the rigging or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you came in my showroom and said, I want that boat right there is fixing to go outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, you know, to me, having boats on a showroom floor that you can't sell under any circumstances. Is just, and then you can only sell them a boat that'll be here in 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a little sketchy. But there's people that'll wait on them, and I don't know. One of my friends had a little boat like my old one. It was pretty much like my old one. It was a little different, but good crabbing boat, and he did a lot of crabbing. That's what his thing was. He didn't go out in the ocean much, really. And
Right.
anyway, after I sold my boat, he called me up, and he's like, "Hey, do you still have your boat?" I said, "No, I sold it. Just a couple weeks ago, I sold it." He goes, "Oh, brats." He said, "I made a huge mistake." He said, "I was going to upgrade," and he sold his boat without having another one.
Right.
And that was right over the time where boats the price just started climbing.
Right.
He couldn't find another one. And he would have bought mine just to have, I mean, it wasn't much of an upgrade. I don't know if it would have even been an upgrade for him, but yeah, he just wanted a boat so they could go out again. But
I subscribe to a guy that does that. He videos Haul Over Inlet down in Miami. Alfred Montaner, and
is it the Chit Joe?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's him. You know, he was just over in Dubai for their boat show.
Yeah,
and it's unreal. I mean, it's going to cost you to get it over here, but one of the boat yards that he went to, the boats they build are, I mean, they're nice. We're talking the 30, 45 footers with the triple quad 400 R's on them.
Yeah.
And the boats, he was doing a comparison on the prices of those boats versus the U.S. made boats.
Yeah.
And the boats they're making over there are a little less than half the price of the U.S. boats and almost a better quality.
Wow. All right.
Because he was looking at a 30-footer that they don't have in consumer production yet, that they're one-offing them right now for local fishermen and stuff. It's a 30-footer. I want to say it had twin 400s on it. And I mean, it would move 70 miles an hour, but center console.
Yeah.
For $147,000.
That ain't bad for a 30-footer. Ain't bad.
No, and I mean, it was nice. It was not just. It was not one of these. You know, no. It's all. What did he say? It was infused fiberglass.
Yeah.
Was what they were making. Super strong, a lot of flotation.
Yeah.
And I mean, they had the air ride, the real nice air ride seats.
Yeah.
The guy took him out for a run on one of the 40-footers, and dude, it was nice.
Yeah. No,
Next time
they go out after tuna on some of those fiberglass ones, and then I've never been out that far, but the guys with the aluminum boats say, yeah, these guys come flying past them in these fiberglass boats because it's so much better ride. And then the aluminum boats will beat you up. But the aluminum boats are the ones getting the mileage because they're not doing 30 mile an hour out across the ocean, you know?
Right. But I mean, because he was talking about the size of they were showing some of the boats in construction.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking 400 or 500 gallon fuel tanks.
Yeah. Right.
For outboards, that's going to take you a long way.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, They were just, it's just like, wow. Because he asked us, can you get the boats in the U.S.? He was like, yeah.
Yeah. There's one that you see around here some that's made, I think it's made in the UK. I could be wrong on that one. It's if you said the name, I'd probably let me see if I can Google it.
I saw some guy down in Australia was doing the walk around and testing and everything on his new boat, and it's got that new Mariner steer control on the motors.
Uh-huh.
You can actually walk the boat sideways with the twin motors on it.
Yeah.
You hit a button and the computer takes over control of the motors, and you have a lever next to the steering wheel and say, I want to go left, and it turns the motors opposite of each other. And it drives one forward and one in reverse, and it'll actually, I was like, wow, that'd make it easy to dock.
Yeah, exactly. I forget what they're called. Anybody in here, Ken, are you still in here? Do you know what those are called? There's one, I think they're made in the UK, maybe.
But yeah, if you ever get time, you can go over to Alfred Montaine's channel and scroll down through his videos. He had 2 or 3 videos from the boat show in Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the guys he went out with was the owner of the company.
I was almost thinking it was like a scabby craft or something like that. Not that doesn't sound right. If you said what it was, I would about.
Okay, he said Stabby Craft is
Scabby craft. Yeah,
New Zealand.
That's right. Yeah, that's the one. It is.
I'm wondering if that's not because the one that I was watching, the video, the walkthrough video and testing video on, wasn't available yet. Because I went to their website and looked through to see if you could find it, and it wasn't there.
Yeah, that's the one, Ken. Stabby craft. Those are awesome boats.
Let me see if that's the.
Those things are built like tanks. I need to grab me some tea. I'll be right there.
Yeah, I think that looks like the one I was talking about. The guy was on.
Yeah, those are aluminum boats, though.
Yeah, no, the fiberglass boats I was talking about was Dubai. They're made in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Stabby Craft was the guy from Australia. The one I was talking about, he had.
Oh,
that was just. I mean, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because it popped up on my YouTube homepage one day, and was like, walk around in my my new tour of my new boat or something like that.
Yeah. No, those are really cool. Those Stabby.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of them around. Yeah, we got 42 likes on this video already, on this live.
I'm showing 43 and 8 people watching.
I'm showing 8 people watching right now, too.
Yeah.
Now how many likes? And no, it's not Earl Grey tea. It's garden tea. It'll probably be gray tea here shortly, but
I'll tell you, I remember when Carolina Skiffs first came out. Those things are pretty nice. They've got a couple of larger ones that are center consoles that are real nice.
44 likes. I'm showing 45.
Me too. Yep. 45 likes. There's 9 people watching now.
I just went and hit them all on my other channels, so yeah, I got a few more in there.
Yeah, I've got 3 more channels.
I need to make a secret one that nobody knows about so I can enter twice in some giveaways again.
I hear you.
Sure it does, Sandy, because it's my other personalities. I have 4 different personalities, so.
Because I can, yeah, I've got, let's see, where is it? There it is.
PA Trapping says 46. Yep, got 46 now. PA Trapping, I thought you were going to bed. What are you doing? Up checking traps or something? It depends if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, Ken. I think. No, Alma. Alma, my Amish wife. I don't. My wife isn't Alma, but she doesn't ever watch my stuff anyhow. Oh, you let the dog out? That's why you're out. Yeah.
Here you go, Earl.
Brian Big Skipper. There you go.
That's my photography. That was my photography YouTube.
I'll make that one a mod too.
And then, because that was, what people don't realize is if you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account, you just have to go in and activate it.
Right.
Well, I had, it shows up Brian Big Skipper because everybody would search for Big Skip for my email.
Yeah.
For the photography, I've got Big Skip Photography, Big Skip Fishing, Brian Big Skipper. I've got Big Skip 256, which I'm going to start streaming my Call of Duty mobile on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven, you don't get that until you hit 500. Used to be 1,000. It was 1,000 until I got 1,000. Then they moved back to 500.
Yeah. I'm waiting on my community tab. I'm at I think I've got it pulled up. I'm at 144 right now.
Yeah.
And that's since, I don't know, January.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts out slow, but
yeah.
Once you start interacting with big, like on these lives, it starts going pretty good. No, 100, you can change your URL on your channel to a customized URL, which I wish people would do more of.
I wish I could figure out how to do that.
You have over 100, right? Go into customized channel.
Customized channel.
Go to your about page, and it should have a section that says customized.
See, I've got. See, that would be basic info. I think. No.
Yeah. Yep. I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Right there. Channel URL.
Yeah, and then just type
I
in
see.
whatever you want your channel to say, and it should be it.
So it'd be youtube.com/channel/
Caliber, turn the YouTube side off if you haven't already.
Yeah, I think I did already. I should be good. Just have StreamYard open
Yeah,
here.
sounds good now. So.
How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Thanks for having me up.
You bet. I'm just glad you can finally get up here once.
Yeah, man. This is actually only my second appearance. I got on the Boar's Nest, I think last week when I was off, and yeah, man, it's definitely hard to get in here, you know.
I see something right there across from your eyeballs.
Oh yeah, you see that right there? That's you right there, man. That's the only one I got up there, brother. That's the only one right there. Yep. Yes, sir. You recognize that one? Yep.
I did recognize that one.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, those came from California, and then I ship it right back.
Just a little U-turn.
Yeah. Yep.
That cheap that cheap gas right now too.
Yeah.
What's up, Caliber?
How you doing, Skip?
What is y'all's gas?
Yeah, type something in the chat, Big Skip. But yeah, what is your gas price down there, Caliber?
Right now, it's it just dropped to like $4.99 at our cheapest place around the corner here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours was like $4.25 today. I was noticing it, but I haven't really bought any gas on the street since it went up because I have.
There you go, Earl.
And I do. I had just filled it right before it skyrocketed. So.
What about y'all up there, Earl? What's your cheap gas?
$4.25.
I paid $3.69 a night.
Check this
Where
out.
you at, Skip?
Alabama, North Alabama. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You see that, Big Skip?
Yep, I fixed it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's a lot better than that 2-year-old typing at the end of it for a channel.
Yeah, yeah. No, it makes it way nicer for mods when they're sharing.
Right.
They can just
because you don't have to type the name and then paste the channel.
Right. You just go in there and do it.
I hear you, Wolves Den.
Somebody did it up there. Wolves Den did it for you. It's all
that
other stuff there.
Yep.
I hear you, Sandy Toes. We were at like $5.50 down here, and it finally started to trickle down like 3 cents, 2 cents a couple weeks, and then it usually goes up 30, 40 cents.
See, I burn non-ethanol, 87 octane non-ethanol because I put it in my boot too, and I filled my tank for I think around 354, I think, and I'm still burning that.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Oh, okay. I hear you, Wolves Den. I know where you're at. He's down around UA, the University of Alabama. He's down in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. It's getting a little late for them back there. My wife's nephew just moved down to Pensacola, Florida. They're right there on the Gulf, and
right under us.
He bought a nice center console. I don't know what size it is, but I'll have to go down there and fish with him sometime, I'm sure.
Oh, he's in Colorado. He grew up in Tuscaloosa.
Oh, gotcha.
Earl, did you say your boat was getting painted?
Tomorrow or the next day it's going in. I got a hard top put on it Have you seen it?
Ooh, no, huh?
Oh, dude, this thing's nice.
So this is let me get. This is what he sent me today.
See you later, Borg. Have a good one.
Wow, look at all them rod holders up there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
And it got little shelves up top. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah,
But then
that's
there's
beautiful.
also a handlebar up there too. Going the wrong direction again.
Very nice.
That door goes high in the front there. It reaches all the way up to just about the top of the canopy. I'm 6 foot and I can walk through that door without even ducking.
That's perfect.
So yeah.
Perfect.
It's been there since the end of January at their shop, but they haven't been working on it except for the last
2 weeks.
not even that. It's been a
Week and a yeah, because
week and a half.
Because the last time I think it was your last live last week, wasn't it? When you were showing the pictures and said they just got it in the shop today and they got all this done.
They got it in the shop a week ago last Thursday. And I had a live last
Friday.
Monday and the Friday before that.
For that.
So it would have been the Friday.
Yeah, it was that live that Friday's when I was in there here and you were talking about it and showing the pictures.
All right, Ken. Thanks for stopping by and being here, letting us bash you pretty good and everything. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're not. How far are you from me, Calabar?
I'm pretty much like Central California, directly east of San Francisco and like an hour south of Sacramento.
So you'd be 10 hours.
Yeah, I have some family that lives like 30 minutes north of Portland, and it takes me about roughly 12 hours to get there.
Yep, that'd be about
my
right.
Mom,
10.
My mom's up in Eugene, and I'm usually about 10 hours, so not too far.
Yep.
Good little day drive.
Hey, if you ever come up to see your mom, hit me up.
Hey, no doubt. I'll be up there this summer in Washington for sure. And I'll be having the trailer loaded down with kayaks and bikes and camping stuff and everything. So we might just swing by at least to say hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely do something with you if it's on a Saturday or something. But
okay.
I'm about 20 minutes north of Eugene.
Oh, so, that's perfect.
Yeah, we're right here. So
nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a trip planned before the kids go back to school, so we'll definitely get up there and at least stop by and say hello.
Absolutely.
I got that same Lifetime kayak you had probably, man, like when it first came out, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I put a deep cycle battery in it and a switch bank and navigation lights and a trolling motor and had it all set up. I put a rudder on it and pedal steering and ended up giving it to my son. Man, he grew like 4 inches this last year and he's trying to catch up to me.
Yeah.
Do you follow what is his name? He's up in your area. Terrible at fishing. You follow him?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's up in your area. I actually ordered a shirt. I didn't order a bait yet, but he makes some nice little jerk baits. Anyway, I was seeing a video that he had today, and he was out fishing in these crazy conditions and ended up turning his kayak over and lost all his gear. And I mean, luckily I'm glad to see the dude is okay, man. It's definitely a scary situation to be in. Yeah.
Hey, Steven, you need to be at 500 to get the community page. They changed that 6 months ago or so. It used to be 1,000, but now you get it at 500. But yeah, I mean, if
it's 500.
you guys don't have Steven, hook him up. He's trying to get his community page. But yeah, I don't know. That kayak, I have stood up on it, but when I'm close to the land, I mean, I don't fish standing up on it, but I almost think I could. It's actually pretty stable.
Yeah, it's not too bad. As long as you keep your knees bent a little bit, you'll be all right.
I wouldn't do that in fast flowing water by any stretch.
No.
But
No.
that creek that I fish, I would do it maybe. I mean, even if I do fall in, it's only 4 feet deep. You know,
Is yours a sit in or a raised seat?
Sit on top. It's a 12-footer though, so it's got a little more stability than a 10-footer. Yeah, I wanted something that was fairly stable. I didn't want to flip it ever, and yeah, Sandy would love to watch me flip. Well, I tell you what, Sandy, you go ahead and send the money, and I'll think about flipping it in the middle of summer when the water's warm.
If she wants to see one flipped, I have mine. I flipped mine on the river a couple years ago with a little bit of liquid courage and stupidity. There was our irrigation canals. It dumps back into the river. Well, the river was flowing like at 1,000 CFM, so it's moving already. And you got this canal that's feeding back in. Everybody decides to go to the left. I said, hang on, hold my beer, watch this. So I go through it. I didn't even know my wife was recording. And I hit that jet and it spins me sideways. And that 1,000 CFM just immediately turns me over, man. I lost my phone. Ended up finding it 2 weeks later. But yeah, I've turned it over in the river. It was an experience.
Yeah, but Sandy, you ain't supposed to be that smart to know that. I mean, duh, but you're not supposed to be that smart. Yeah. No, there's not too much danger of me turning my boat because there's not that much current there. But now when I go shad fishing and I have to cross the Umpqua in my kayak, now that could get interesting. But we'll see. There's people that do it all the time, but problem with the Umpqua where you have to cross is it's shallow enough for most of the way until you get out into the fast flowing current that you may scrape a rock or two on the way out. I mean, that'll throw you off balance a little bit too. But
I tell everybody I got a Fat Boy kayak. It's a 1448 flat bottom.
Yeah. 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 No, since I got my chest waders though, I'm thinking about just ditching the kayak and wading the creek this summer. If it's only 3 or 4 feet
deep.
Yeah, I mean, and there's not that much current, but I might have to drive to the downstream side and then walk upstream so that I don't muddy the water.
Yeah. Put you some of those weights on your ankles like the scuba divers wear. You'll be all right, Earl. Keep you planted.
Yeah. Find a deep spot in the mud. Yeah.
With campers in common, man. That's my life story, man. That gets you in trouble for sure. Them bottles and that alcohol is, that. Bad decisions.
Yeah, so many viral videos started with holding my beer.
Yeah, exactly. I got blown out shins and knees and stuff from stupid shit like that. Stupid stuff like that, man. That's for sure.
Man, I got enough sore ankles and muscles and bones and stuff. I don't need that to do it yet.
Wait till y'all get my age. God.
Yeah. I did all mine from working though.
I figured it out too late. That you get the whole first half of your life to learn a bunch of really cool stuff you can't do the second half.
Facts.
You're not very old though, Caliber.
Man, I just look young. I'm gonna be 38 this year.
Yeah, right.
38.
38.
You're still wet behind the ears.
Come on, man. No way. No way, man.
I am.
Definitely not.
Hey, I'm
definitely
50.
not wet behind the ears. I've been around the block many a times.
I'm 54 and still doing stupid shit. I guess it's a redneck in me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's me, man. I was like I tell people, I'm definitely of a darker complexion, but I'm half. I'm Mexican and American, white, Caucasian, and I was raised on biscuits and gravy. I wasn't raised on beans and rice. So that redneck and spinning tires and fishing and hunting, that's my livelihood. That's what I grew up on, man.
Yep. How old do you think I am?
Oh, you're not even 50, Earl. You're probably early 40s.
I was thinking 42, 43.
Yeah, you're close. I mean, 43 is dead on.
Yeah. I just shaved my head to get rid of all the gray hair and keep it short. My receding hairline. It starts marching back further and further. I'm like, I just gotta cut it.
Yeah, right.
I don't even care.
Come on, stupid light.
What do you know about that, Sandy? How do you know?
Yeah, she's right though. She is right. She's definitely right about that. Ted, back in the building. What's up, Ted?
Sandy must be about ready to come up on panel. She's starting to chat more in the chat. So
one of these days she will.
Yeah. I think she was up on one of my last 2 live streams ago or something like that.
I guess doing stupid stuff is part of our genetics, like shopping is on the other side of the fence.
Exactly. Actually, yes, that is one thing that my wife hates is shopping. I'm pretty lucky.
I'm sure all of y'all agree with me. I go where I'm going. I go straight back to wherever what I want's at. I get it. I might go over in the fishing section and just kind of look around for a minute, just see if they've got any new rods or anything like that, and then I'm out the door.
Yeah.
Caliber, it looks like he's sitting in the fishing section.
bait shop.
Man, I just know what I like, and I like to have it on hand. A lot of it's older. I've had it for a while, but yeah.
Dude,
Dobson, what is up, Dobson?
It's that time of year. All my stuff is in the car.
Oh, the car, my commuter that I go back and forth to work. Oh, it's got a tackle box in there and poles for sure.
I've got my buggy. I've got my 4 slime cats with Warfare 30s on them. I've got my 2 11-foot rods. I've got 4 bait rods. Yeah, I mean I've got rods next. I had to move them over a little bit to get to the gear shift.
Mel, are you not a mod?
Howdy.
Mel, you're a mod. You can go. Oh, actually, Caliber, type something in the chat so she can go to your.
Gotcha, I will right
now. So where you're in Colorado, Wolf's Den?
That's correct.
That's right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm from T-Town.
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa.
Yep.
Yeah.
I moved up here last year and ain't left since.
Well, they got too much weed there or what?
Yeah.
They do here too. That's not why I'm here, but they got too much of it, that's for sure.
What's up, Ted? Yeah, I used to I have, severe sleep apnea.
Yeah.
And before I ever did my sleep test and got my machine and all that junk, I self-medicated, and that was the only way I could get a good night's sleep. Was just after dinner when I sit down and watch a little TV, you know. And then once I got my machine, I haven't since.
Yeah. All right, Sandy.
Bye,
Later,
Sandy.
Sandy.
In here. I don't know if you're getting off right now, but yeah. What are you laughing at?
I didn't say a word.
I know you just spit.
I coughed a little bit.
Yeah.
Hit the vape a little
It happens. It happens. Oh man.
You knew what I meant.
You can tell it's getting after 11.
Yeah.
No,
It's
actually,
9 o'clock for Earl and I. It's early.
I was fixing to say you and Earl. It's only 9:17.
Man, I used 3 days vacation this week. I got a little trip planned with the family. I'm trying to stay up and enjoy it.
I hear you.
Yeah, I gotta get back to the wife here pretty soon. It's her birthday. She's on a little video chat herself right now, so
Yeah.
had to hop in here and say hi.
She turned 18.
Man, 2 times almost now. Exactly, Earl. 18 times 2.
Let's see. This year I celebrate the 30th anniversary of my 25th birthday.
Yeah.
I stopped at 25.
Yeah, that's the way it happens down there.
Telling you, man.
I figured it out. Everybody talks about how much faster time goes when you get older. And I figured out why. When you're a kid, you can't wait to be 13 because then you're a teenager. You can't. Here, I couldn't wait to be 14 because I got my motorcycle license. 15, you get your permit. 16, you get your license. 18, you get to vote. 21, you get to drink. After that, there's nothing to look forward to. So the time just blows by.
Yeah.
Very true.
You got the top of the hill at 39, and then you got over the hill at 40. So,
yeah, once you start down the backside, boy, it just speeds up and speeds up.
Not everybody has quite the gravity that you do, though.
Yeah, that's right. 280 pounds. I'm carrying around 2 people.
Well, I'm
You
not
and me
very far
both.
behind you. I'm only 20 pounds behind you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're 6 foot. I'm 5'10". You go down 2 inches, you go out 6 inches for every 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, you can tell when you're going to start having trouble with your knees and hips and stuff like that because you literally shrink.
Yeah.
I'm 5'10" now. I'm 5'10" now. When I was 28, I was just a hair over 6 foot.
Yeah. No, when I was 18 years old, I started on a logging crew in Virginia, and I ran the skidder.
Yeah.
And my bosses would always get on me. Don't jump out of the machine. Don't jump out of the machine. You're going to blow your knees out.
Right.
You climb out of that machine, you turn around and you go down the steps. You don't jump out. And when I was driving truck, the only way off of I ran curtain van. I didn't get up in it much, but when you do, the only way off of it is to jump. But I would always lower my body to the deck and then jump down. I mean, like extend my legs to the ground and take as much off my knees as I could. But I still have a bad knee. It's not terrible, but it aches every now and again.
What you want me to tell him? What you want me to tell him, Ted?
I think he just wants you to straighten me out. Good luck with that.
All right, Earl, I'm going to jump off here. I appreciate you having me up. I'll definitely come back up here again.
Man.
Thank you, campers. Thank you also, Ted, and everybody else. Thank you for supporting my boy, Old School Hawking.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right.
All right, you guys have a good night. Appreciate it.
I got your hook set, Cali Bear.
All righty, brother. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep.
So, Wolfstan, what do you do mainly?
I'm bushcraft and survival.
Got you.
Yeah.
I think you're fairly new to my channel. I mean, I don't remember seeing you a whole lot on. I think I've seen you around some, but on other channels, not necessarily on mine. But
Go ahead.
I've seen the name in a couple other chats, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I've been lurking quite a bit. I just try to catch live streams when I can, really.
Yeah.
I'm finally at a position where I can actually start putting back into my YouTube channel. So I'm trying to kick things off again.
Yeah.
I know both the crap brain fart. I got a tournament coming up with Big Matt. Big Matt and several others. I forget everybody. I think Don R is going to be in it.
Yeah. Is that the crappie fishing tournament?
Catfish.
I think it's on Big Matt's channel. You're talking about Mark's tournament, the Size Matters crappie tournament over at Catfish and Crappie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just fished his 1v1, and it was before they even turned. The water had been going up and down. Temperatures had been fluctuating, and I mean, we caught seven fish, but our rule was only fish over 5 pounds count, and we didn't hit any over 5.
Yeah.
We got it. Me and Catfish Viking Zach have a tournament or a fish off Saturday against. We're fishing against Big Mike down in Tennessee, and then Dominic Hollis is driving down, going to fish with Big Mike, and then I think Lee Evans and J Dog are going to fish in it.
You see old Stan release that fish with the fish grip in its mouth?
No.
He put the strap on the fish grip around his arm.
Somebody was talking about that.
Yeah, he released that thing right on back in. I said, "Boy, that thing
I was
good."
I was watching Bobcat earlier, and he was fishing with Skip from Clearwater.
Yeah.
And they had forgot the net.
Oh, yeah.
So when whoever caught the fish, the other one had to put the gloves on, get down on his knees, and hang over the gun of the boat, and manhandle the fish in. And Bobcat made the comment that his fish grips were back up river somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was not good. But I mean, I don't guess it'll hurt the fish any. Just be on there for a while, unless it can knock it off somewhere.
I'm sure eventually it'll hit because of the way those open up. I'm sure it'll bump the handle on something. It'll come loose and fall out. Somebody will find them floating down the river.
Yeah. It'd be funny if somebody caught that fish again.
I caught a fish and got a new pair of fish grips.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have the string on it, but it's got the fish grip.
Yep. But yeah, we're fishing that one, and then we're fishing John Oiler's fishing from the couch tournament.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Nice.
We've been working on our setup. Rug, couch, end tables, at least one lamp to work off an inverter. It's gonna look
Mel,
like we're
I
sitting in
just
the
saw
living
your
room.
comment there. Mel says she's hitting 50 this year.
Oh, I think she put that in when I was counting off all the things you look forward to as you get older.
Yeah.
She said, "What's 50?"
Yeah.
I think that's the year you get the black birthday cake.
Chocolate cake coming up.
Yeah, I like cake too. You can tell.
I'm not a big cake eater. Not too much.
In the past 10 years, I haven't eaten hardly any sugar.
Did I show you this thing?
No, I was just fixing to say, what'd you get a mold for? Were those cannonballs?
Yeah. I got another one for these flutter jigs that I've been making them, but not the red ones. I just painted those. I don't have one that's just a natural color in here, but this one's about as close. I painted it black and faded it into silver.
Yeah.
But that's what I catch lingcod on a lot.
What's the weight on those?
5 ounce.
I got a friend of mine that has a CNC, and I was talking to him about maybe me and him cutting out some molds for coin sinkers.
What's that?
That's the sinkers that look like a donut.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The hole the center. It doesn't have a hole. It's just it's smaller in the middle.
I have a couple of those for when I went surf perch fishing, but the triangles work better for those.
They're like a no roll.
Yeah. Yep.
They're just not teardrop shaped. They're round like a donut.
Yeah. These are what I use for herring fishing. That's 1 ounce.
Yeah, the cannonballs.
Yep.
Nice.
Which I've seen some sinkers made, and I'm thinking about trying it. Were made out of old jar tops, the metal jar tops, like baby food jars.
Jar top, the lids?
Yeah, like a baby food jar. The lids on a baby food jar.
Yeah.
They use those for molds.
Oh, just pour them full of lead.
Yeah, just take a coat hanger and cut off about a 1-inch piece and use needle nose pliers to form a circle around like a pencil or something, and then you just wing out the bottom and lay it over in there. Yeah. Because I worked for a tire shop for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I can call up. I can go over and get a 5-gallon bucket full of old tire weights.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I'm doing this with.
Yeah.
So, but I want to make a anchor for my kayak, and I'm going to take an old soup can and just fill it up with lead. But I was trying to figure out what I could put in there to tie off to. I'm just going to stick a cane in.
Stick what?
A chain, a small chain.
You can do that, or you can take just an eye bolt,
Yeah, you could do that too.
an eye bolt with about a 2-inch fender washer that'll fit down in it,
Yeah,
and put that on there, put a nut on there, and then just set it down in there and pour your lead in on top of it.
yeah, that'd work too. But I think I already have some chain, just short chain sitting around here, so I could use that.
Yeah, it won't go. It's not pulling out because it'll feel through the links.
But the problem with trying to do steel and lead is steel will float. Like if you're pouring that can full, that steel will float.
Take it and punch 2 holes in the bottom of the can.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Tie and just put a piece of coat hanger around the chain.
Yeah.
Pull it through the bottom of the can and tie it, and you could even leave it hanging up just a little bit, so there's some slack in there.
Yeah.
And then pour your lead in, and then if you're going to put arms or ears or whatever you want to call them on it, you can do that.
Hey, Saltwater Born, welcome in.
Because I've actually.
If you're leaving, I'm not sure if you're leaving or just saying hello, but appreciate you being here.
I mean, I've used old Viener cans before to make heavy weights for high current fishing.
Yeah.
That way, it makes it easier to suspend fish in high current, and it doesn't wash your line back.
Right. I'm not. I don't think I need a full. I won't even need a full can of lead to hold the kayak there, but I'll probably fill it up anyway. I don't know how many pounds that'd be, but it'd be more than I need in the current that I'm in the creek.
About what size can are you using?
Just a soup can.
Just soup can?
Yeah, I don't know.
think that'd be about a pound and a half.
Soup can?
Of lead, that's going to be more than that, probably.
Yeah, soup can's going to be probably 4 pounds. Maybe 5. Because I know because I used to melt lead I used to muscle dive down here, and we made our own weight belts.
Yeah.
And we had the molds for the weight belts. And somewhere I've got my old, it's all it is a little, that we melted in was an old black iron cauldron.
There's 1 pound right there.
Miniature cast iron cauldron.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's 1 ounce less than 1 pound right there.
Yeah, it'll probably be about 4 or 5 pounds then.
Because the 10-pound weights we poured were only about 8 inches long, 3 to 4 inches, about 4 inches wide, and they were only about that thick. But they were curved on one side so it would hug your body. And I mean, those were 10, 15 pounds that we'd make them up to 20 pounds.
Yeah. I'll weigh it when I get it done.
What I've done before is put when I made those the Vienna can weights, was I would take a piece of 1x4, about 4 inches square. Yep.
Can you read that?
18, 19, 16. Oh, it's upside down.
Oh,
that's a pound right there.
Yeah.
So yeah. And you probably get at least 3 of those in a soup can.
Oh, I would think at least. I just thought about that. That thing's sitting right there. I'm like, well, yeah, I could easily fit 3 of them in a soup can. You could probably get 3 of them in the soup can plus have everything around it. I mean, like stack them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said a soup can would probably be 4 or 5 pounds of lead.
It will be 5 pounds until you're done. Captain Connor's Adventures.
which 2 5-pound anchors in your kayak would probably hold you real steady. One off the front, one off the back.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Because I think, well, those are bladed anchors though. The ones you get at Academy, they're like 2 or 3 pounds.
Yeah, they're 2 pounds, I think, is what
but
those are.
But they got the dropout ears on them.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Which you could probably find an old gear puller.
Yeah.
Put on the bottom of the anchor and then make some kind of scoop blade.
If I'm going to do all that, I'll just go buy an anchor. They ain't but like $15.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know, but I mean, I'm doing this because I got the ledge. That's funny though. I mean, yeah, you think about all these ways you can make an anchor, and yeah, they're like $15 to go buy one. So what?
Yeah.
I mean, heck, fire for a scoop. You could even use a serving spoon, metal serving spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could use, but
I mean, as far as that goes, you can take a piece of black iron pipe, weld 4 pieces of angle iron on it.
Yeah.
Do a half a chain link on one end, weld it to it, run it up to the other end, and have a little loop up there, and you've got a never lost anchor.
Yeah. I don't know though, man. Anchor on a boat is one. I learned that the first time I ever took my boat out in the ocean. I couldn't get the thing started, and I was drifting toward the jetty. I cranked on that thing. We threw the anchor out, and there's nothing but sand on the bottom. And every time a swell would come, it just lift us up, move us another 10 feet. We ended up crashing the jetty once, and then I told the other guy on board, I said, grab that anchor and pull it in tighter so it, like the jetty rocks go down on an angle. So he was able to pull us away from the rocks just enough we weren't crashing on them, and finally got the thing started.
Yeah, I learned anchoring up in pretty good waves.
Yeah.
That, like down here in 30 feet of water, if the waves are starting to get up, you need 150 foot of rope out to keep that from happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have that long of a rope either. We were only in 30 foot of water, but it just wouldn't grab on. I only had about a 50-foot rope.
I've got an anchor with 100 foot and an anchor with 200 foot.
Yeah. I went and got a heavier anchor. So
yeah.
But then I never needed it before or after that. But if you need it, I mean, that's what it's there for. If you need it, it's got to work.
That's like I was talking to somebody, I think it was Whisker and Dreams, over in, and a guy, I can't remember, named David. We were talking about trolling motors. And I'm getting a Tarova, Minn Kota Tarova, 24 volt, 80 pound thrust trolling motor. And I'm just putting it on a 19 foot boat. And he was talking about, he found one was 1500. And I said, that sounds like the 12 volt, 50 pound thrust. He said, yeah, on my 16 foot aluminum boat, that's really, that should be fine. And we were like, until you get into some good current.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, I would rather have an overpowered trolling motor than an underpowered for 2 reasons. For 2 reasons. One, you've got the extra power if you need it in a good current. and two, you can run it on a lot lower setting and have a lot longer battery life.
Right. Yeah. All right, PA Trapping. Appreciate you being in here.
Yeah, PA, we'll see.
Yeah, Captain Connor, he goes up there to Alaska and does guides and stuff. He says there's no need for an anchor. Hey, Valerie Irwin, welcome in. Good morning. What are you talking about? It's 10:15.
It's only 11:45 here.
11:15.
She's in Ohio, I believe, anyway, so it would be morning there. So.
We got them all covered. 10:45, 11:15, 12:15.
Jimmy Graham's still on this side of midnight. Blakely's trapping supplies. What's up, Blakely? Yeah, 12:42 a.m.
In Ohio? Oh yeah.
Yep.
They're up there right on the edge of the eastern.
Yep. Blakely, I think you were in Iowa Trapping's lives and stuff. I think that's where I've seen you before. Yeah, that's same here. Oh, 8:45. No, it's 9:45 here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you back in Alaska now, Connor?
Oh, shit.
Yep. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head out and head over to who was that? Off the Hook.
All right.
Is he live? He went live.
He's live right now. Live chatting and talking about what's coming up.
And then he wonders why I'm never on his lives.
Yep.
Apparently he's got some new kit.
Yeah. Now wait a second. That was earlier today, unless he's doing it again because he did it from his living room.
Yeah.
Well, this just came up 12 minutes ago for me.
Yeah. Relaxing frustrations. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm about ready to get off here anyhow. We should just go raid him.
I'm down for that.
We could do that.
Let me go find his link and we can all go over there.
Warriors Heart Fishing's live. Oh,
Warriors live?
Warriors live. He went live 38 minutes ago.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to sub to him. Oops.
Mike's Fishing Home was live 2 hours ago.
Now I'm heading out.
I'm not showing Ted live.
Ted's not live.
No, that's from earlier. That was from earlier today.
Yeah, he ain't live. At least I'm not seeing it. All right, Blakely.
All right, Blakely. See you later.
I appreciate you coming in here. Yeah, I've been going for almost 3.5 hours. It's about time to get off here and go to bed anyway.
Yeah, I'm showing 3:28, 3:29.
Yep, 3:29 right now, pretty much.
Well, all right, Earl.
So, yeah, I appreciate you coming up there, Big Skip.
Hey, anytime. I'm glad you got them.
Yep. You should be getting yours either tomorrow or the next day, I think.
They may be out in the mailbox now. I went out there earlier and I got some stuff out, but I think it was from yesterday.
Yeah. It probably takes a little longer going back east than it does coming out here, but
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mel, have a good night. Blakely's, have a good night. Relaxing frustrations. I know it's morning over there. Have a good day.
Yep. Yeah, there's
all the rest of you.
That's the other one I saw that was live.
Connor
Was
said he's in Alaska. That's why, yeah, they're an hour behind us yet.
yeah, was who was that? There's a guy over in the UK that I watch sometimes.
Probably this guy, relaxing
What
frustration.
waterside fish? Yeah, I picked up a few
No.
UK. I picked up a
Fishing.
few UK
Yeah.
subscribers from being in Waterside's lives.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Earl. You have a good one, and until next time, I'll see you then.
All right, you too. All right, everybody. Get your you're in Canada. I'm thinking of fishing frustrations. That's who I'm thinking of. Okay. My bad. I'm thinking of a different one then. Well, I'm glad you're here too. But I didn't think it sounded quite right. But yeah, I'm going to jump off here and get myself some shut-eye before I got to go back to work. So appreciate you guys being in here and showing your support. And I will catch you probably next Monday. I doubt I'll be going live on Friday, but who knows? I might. So until then, have a good night, and I'll see you later.